The...
Hold up.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I did. What the fuck? I feel like I'm on another planet, preferably because every fucking week something happens. I'm just like, how are we even?
What if I put a Josie picture over for her?
You?
can hear you.
They're going.
Can you get the fuck off my leg, please? I genuinely believe one day that we're gonna have Danielle and Ari on the podcast.
At the same time?
Let's not go too crazy.
No, that would kill us.
You
Yep.
whore.
You guys ready?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
All right,
okay.
ready?
Yeah.
Just Handon or no.
Okay. Are we gonna go now?
Yeah,
Are we
they
done?
are. Sorry,
Yeah,
we need to. Wait. We don't need. I mean, fuck. I can't speak.
Is you ready?
I've been waiting. You guys good?
No.
Hey guys, it's Iz.
Hey guys, it's Naj.
Hey, it's Robyn.
Hi, it's Pia.
And today we're here with a Legacy season 3 to 40. What we're gonna say 409 maybe.
I think it's
Plot
like
hole.
everything.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much season 1 to 4 plot holes. We added some plot holes that we couldn't get in the last video that we did like a whole year and a half back. And we also did some stuff from season 3 onwards.
We were trying to cater it more to like character plot holes. So if we discuss the characters more in this sense, it's because we're trying to go more like character plot holes than like story-wide plot holes.
Yes, we have certain characters and also general concepts that we didn't understand. That's a fair warning. Most of them are from season 3 since that's the most complete season, since we already kind of did 1 and 2. And also another warning is we're not hating or disrespecting the show. We're just trying to talk about things that we just did not understand.
And then
That didn't make any sense.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. That wasn't explained or was supposed to be explained, but never was. And hopefully we get answers to some. But these are
because really, if we hated the show, why would we probably spend on
Exactly.
at least
Well, yeah,
discussing
Any sane person hating on the show would drop it immediately.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we talk about the show every day. So like you're only getting like a 2% of what we talk about on a daily basis. So
censored.
yeah, censored obviously and recorded.
I love on the doc it says time limit 40 to 50 minutes.
Yeah, we already
We can
succeeded
erase
that.
no.
Yeah,
Erase
we need
that.
we should
Forever.
put legacy time.
Forever minute
Legacy time frame.
Times, right? No,
Forever.
because Legacies times 5 months happens in the snap of the fingers.
It did. Yep, and somebody did. People didn't know about
209.
it.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Wow.
No words.
Or the
Trauma.
fact that we never got Hope and Landon talking about what they're. Never mind. I'm gonna
Stop.
Yeah, but let's just
Stop. Okay. So our first character on the list is, of course, our lovely daughter, Hope Nicholson. Our first plot hole is, how come Hope doesn't have super hearing due to her wolf side in season 1, but Jed has his in season 3 and 4? Hope then has super hearing in 305 when she listens to the heartbeat of that man. And she also has super hearing, she mentioned she has super hearing in 407.
she just selectively has her powers, I guess. When the writers remember that she is in fact
I mean,
part wolf.
yeah,
I was gonna say that.
Come on,
It's
yeah.
the fact that we never really focused on Hope's wolf side anyways. It was always her witch side.
Yeah, it's always.
And
So-
Danielle did that
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's why we called it witchesses. We called it literally witchesses because it's always been
Yeah.
witches.
And also
plus-
310 served that one.
Yeah. And plus, they literally forgot Hope's like crescent tattoo, and there was an uproar, and they had to put that back. So I mean, they clearly was not really worried about that. The next one is, how did Hope feel the pain of the trash grabber in season 1, but not the literal bullet? Even without it affecting her like it did Josie, you think she'll felt a bullet hitting her arm?
You know, I think
What?
I have 2 theories.
Trash grabber. When
the poker
foot,
thing, the poker.
poked it in the foot, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I have
okay.
2 theories about this. The first one could be that she was actually being dramatic during season 1 when she got poked,
I mean,
or
fair.
it was the adrenaline factor. You know, when you get accidents and stuff, you don't feel
Yeah.
until after, and since she heals faster, she wouldn't have felt it. I guess I'm just trying to.
Or it could
Make
also
it
be
make
the fact that maybe the bullet was made out of the pit.
And she's immune to that one. Yep.
Yeah, true.
But
So it could be.
I put my own plot hole according to that in here at some point somewhere, so I'm sure it'll come up. But still, it was still a bullet. It still
Yeah.
should have like
Just something.
Burnt when it went in.
bruised her or burnt or something, but it didn't even like. It just
No.
it's like she's like fucking Superman. It just slid off of her skin.
Yeah. Oh,
She's a Saiyan.
per. And then,
Wooden steel.
Hope Superman. Is Hope's blood actually toxic to Landon?
No,
How Hope's blood was able to heal Josie if she was toxic to Malivore? That must should have been an opposite effect in Josie's body.
Okay, so let's divide this
Let's divide that up.
long ass sentence into the smaller questions. Is Hope's blood actually toxic to Landon?
no.
The truth is that we don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know.
canon-wise,
We don't
because
know.
they haven't said shit about it.
Yeah, we don't know. My canon is that since we don't know how long it takes for Malivore to get out of Landon, like out of their host body, that Malivore remnants still could have been in Landon because Landon literally just got killed. Like he got killed, got up after a while, got into the pit, and they came and they did their little thing. So we don't know how long Malivore could have still been in Landon's body, and plus we don't know if it was we don't know. Like that's a whole season 3 thing we still don't
We
know.
don't know, but we pretty much believe that it was a red herring because
Yeah.
it just doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah.
And then how is Hope's blood able to heal Josie if she was toxic to Malivore? What?
Because the bullet was made out of Malivore mud, so
Yeah.
it went into Josie. So
Oh, she's
So the
secure,
blood-
just like vampires and werewolves when
Yes,
you get
but-
bitten.
if the blood was toxic to the Malivore mud, it shouldn't have healed Josie. It should have had an opposite effect.
Not necessarily.
Why though? Like I don't think so. I think it's fine.
You would think about it. If you think about it that way, it's the fact that Hope's blood, wherever Hope's blood is, Malivore doesn't want to be. So you thought,
Yeah.
if you think about it like that, you think about it's like, oh, it Hope's blood going into Josie. Oh, Malivore doesn't want to be there anymore. So
But the thing is that she's not fully activated Tribert though.
Right.
True.
So that wouldn't work.
Just kind of
Just-
toxic.
Like just like how
Wait,
207.
but wouldn't that mean that, like, why the fuck did Landon melt then? If she's not a fully activated
She's not a fully
Tribert.
activated Tribert. Which
He
is why
wouldn't have-
this is supposed to be the
Mel-
issue
which is
with
why
the episode.
which is why
Is that
207
we're gonna
makes
come up with
sense.
more
He would have gotten like an allergy or something. Like he would
Yeah.
start sneezing.
Yeah, like 207,
avocados.
that's why 207 didn't
Right.
make sense. Like the whole let's put
Well,
blood in
also
and clone
look
Landon.
at Gollum Landon. Fucking melted the minute the blood touched his mouth,
It was
And
like
yet
2 or 3
Landon-
drops.
and yet Landon, they had their whole flying session, and
Yeah.
then we're snuggling afterwards, and then he melted. No,
Right, like how?
I
makes
love
no
your
sense.
PG language.
Why?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because of the friction. I mean, if you know biology and you're older than 13, you should know this. There's blood, even
Yeah.
tiny bits of
Yeah.
blood happening in there. So like,
Yeah.
he should have melted right away. Like
Right
the second-
away. He was
they-
so
yeah.
what was this like a
if you think about it, Hope was not a vampire yet. How the
Yeah.
fuck did her blood heal a witch?
Yeah, I don't know because with werewolves and their bite, that makes sense because yeah,
Yes, because
But
werewolves
then
have super healing.
Malivore. I mean, we understand that Malivore is toxic. I mean, she is toxic to Malivore, and when she went into the pit, he was trying to expel her, but she didn't kill Malivore. So like, then how?
Yeah, even if her blood expelled Malivore's mud from Josie's body, her body still had a fucking bullet wound in her chest and her heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did the bullet just slid out?
Right.
Like, okay.
Because she doesn't
Does she even have
her
a
blood.
scar?
Her blood can heal her, And I guess they would. I mean, they essentially just assumed that her blood would also heal any other people.
But she's
I
not
guess.
a vampire. So
Yeah, I don't know how.
Yeah,
you
and
see,
plus,
we have more
do
questions
they
now. Fuck.
do they heal wounds? Because we didn't even see a wound on her.
No, we've only ever seen the characters using Hope's blood for the cure when a wolf a wolf bites a vampire.
That was a bigger plot hole than we thought.
Yeah.
let's just
that
move
was
on.
hello, that was mine, FYI. That was mine.
Oh yeah.
Someone the next question, the next theory was Hope in 308. Was Hope in 308 real or not? Like, was Landon sending her that dream that she had?
Well,
like,
we have always known that Hope has had prophetic dreams,
like visions or
because
precognition.
She's had them since she was
yeah.
a baby, because she stopped that car as a baby because the house blew up and she effectively saved herself and Cammy. Like, Hope has always had visions. We could tell by even in the painting she did of the school gate, and then the episode where Landon left the letter on the school gate. So I really do think that was real, and she really was having a vision of what was to come. She just read the vision wrong.
Yeah, so
also he was warning her about Malivore.
Yeah.
But
and he couldn't talk. So
it makes me wonder, did she actually, like, maybe she actually astral projected into the prison world? Because she did that with Dark Josie and stuff like that in the other prison world. She was able to astral project. But
you mean like
herself
while sleeping?
Well, maybe, but she astral projected into the prison world when the twins were there by herself. But then she needed Lizzie to astral project her into the prison.
Yeah, you see, that's another plot hole. Because how come Hope, being the most powerful witch at the school, one of her kind and everything, like, why does she need the help of the twins? If she's done that alone before.
That's the way of the writers trying to put the twins into Hope's storyline.
Yeah.
Because they feel like they have to. It's like they can't just have Hope have her own storyline. They have to have that power trio, just like they did in the Vampire Diaries with Bonnie, Caroline, and Lena, which also didn't work out very well.
And sometimes it doesn't, because you get yourself. I mean, they get themselves into these situations where you're like, then how? What are the rules here? And I think when you're writing stories, you can't rewrite everything.
I think it works. The twins and Hope's relationship or friendship or whatever works when it doesn't involve Landon. Because if you think about it, the twins they don't care about Landon.
Oh, they don't.
They don't.
Like, oh, we do care.
When it involves him, and when it involves them, they don't care. But when it involves somebody they care about, it's all they care about, aka their dad.
Though. It's always like everyone else can have people they care about and it's immediately a priority, but the second that Hope has someone that's closer to her and that she considers a priority, it's a problem. So like Hope can't do anything, she can't feel anything.
It's obsession.
It's obsession, right? But then Caleb,
let's save that. Let's save that for later on, because Caleb
grinded today. Whole fucking rant prepared for that.
I'm ready. I'm ready for him. I am ready for him in the lyric, because I've been seeing. I don't know why people hate a lyric. Oh, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. I'm going to make it known. Okay, you're going to learn.
I love it.
He may not be bad to the kids, because he is to the kids. Some of y'all say that, but he's wrong to my daughter Hope. And best believe we were talking about that, and Landon. Trust. Okay. Next one is, how is it? I'm trying to keep my calmness down.
I love it.
How is the OG triad just knows the Hope is for Triber? That's what I'm saying, because we don't know if that red storm that Hope caused was all over the world, was just in a section. Like, how do they know?
Didn't she say that she's been keeping an eye on Hope for a really long time?
Yeah, but like, was they in the train station just chilling? Like, I don't know. Was they at the school?
You know, I feel like this is one of the questions that hopefully we'll get an answer to during this.
Because they're still going with that whole triad storyline, so we're kind of going to learn more, even though Hope technically, Aurora's still there, so we have to deal with her and everything. So
we're gonna bold that and come back to that after, just to see if anything changes when we do another plot hole. The next thing is, every line about Hope choosing Landon without that ever being shown.
Oh yeah,
he chose Landon one fucking time, and then made everybody write a whole Bible about it. She told Landon one time.
I saw somebody say this on TikTok, and it was obviously a person who doesn't ship Hope and Landon, and somebody who hates Landon, which whatever, fuck that. Anyways, they said every time that Hope has chosen somebody else, Landon wasn't in trouble.
What?
I said, huh?
So when Landon, nah. Let's rephrase that. She literally said, "Listen, I want to keep the school safe. You got to get out." 105. We got season 2 when she literally put her happiness behind with Landon so she can let other people fucking be with him. Season 2 as well. Literally let Landon could potentially get stabbed with the arrow to save the twins from the prison world. Then
okay, let's rephrase that. It was more than just twins, because
it's more than twins.
Like to say it, just, you know who?
More than not just one or two.
It was the whole everybody in there, plus Alaric, plus Wendy, plus Jade, and
Diego died.
That man died. That little boy, the wolf man died. Yeah. Whatever. So she saved 5 or 6 people and let Landon basically be left for dead.
And then they used the whole scene in 308 with Hope wanting to get Landon back as being, oh, that ruined her character.
Yeah, for everything else. Now she's suddenly selfish when every other character has had selfish moments in the whole The Vampire Diaries universe. But Hope doing one thing, because a lot of people in this fucking Vampire universe had obsessions that no one wants to talk about. When it comes to Hope, they want to dissect her ass every time.
Anyways,
Hope's isn't even an obsession.
No,
she's really not even
so weird.
She's just in a loving relationship.
It's so weird to me.
She is basically a fucking sword and shield for the school.
Yeah.
Because
and it's been talked about.
God forbid them being fucking supernatural creatures with special abilities, and they can't do anything but sit on their asses and fucking twiddle their thumbs.
Right. Yeah. They don't even know how offense magic. They don't even go to fuck the class. What do they learn? You can't do a spell?
Oh,
It was 20 supernaturals outside that school season 3, and none of them knew shit, and they ran.
No, you know what Hope is? Hope is like they're the school's fucking Pokemon. Anytime there's but she is.
Yeah, she is. Actually, they throw her out like deal with it.
To attack something, anytime they need to fight, they fucking go Hope Michelson. Fucking
right.
This isn't. I don't think this is on the doc here, but like I just rewatched 401 or 317, I guess, and the way everyone is treating her like shit because she never goes according to plan or something, and I'm like, how the fuck are you guys treating her like this?
There's no possible way for anybody on this fucking show to go through with a plan because shit just happened.
And then also the way,
the way that MD was like, right? The way that MD was like, oh, but you now are following the plan, and he was basically there to make sure that she did follow the plan. But like, when hasn't she ever done that? Like,
when have they ever thought of a plan?
The way
that works.
Gaslight Hope though is just
they don't think of shit. When have they ever sat here and did a plan?
Look at 301. They're like, where's Hope Michelson when we need her?
Yeah.
Or even Caleb. Caleb in the Grey's Anatomy, not the Grey's Anatomy episode. Which one was it? The one where Lark after 305, which was the original season premiere. Caleb goes, "Where's Hope?"
Everyone waits for. The thing is that everyone else in the fandom, even on the show, are like, oh, Landon is always waiting for you, as in Hope, to save him, when it's actually everyone else waits for Hope to save them, and Landon is actually the only one who's actually doing something to help her carry that burden of being the hero the entire time.
Landon's the only one who doesn't expect her to.
Exactly.
Literally, come on.
Look at 210. That whole thing where he wants to train, and she's like, I'm not going to train you because Hero's never the one left standing, and he was just like, I'll find someone else to train me. Like, that whole thing where he is just like, he's
301.
He's like, so we're both fucking standing. No, he didn't swear, but so we're both standing at the end of this because he's the only one that literally wants her He was the only one. He was willing to give up his own life so she didn't have to
301.
hybrid.
I was gonna say that 301.
Yeah.
Listen, look at 301 where he literally did not want
Oh yeah.
the necromancer to get the black magic, so he stayed dead.
Yeah, and
Which
and
also
convinced
that's
him-
another plot hole. That's another plot hole. Cause what happened to the black magic when Gold Landon stabbed it? Where did it go?
Where did it go? But like, it's so frustrating because like,
I need the Jesus
they
candle.
just treat Hope like fucking
Everybody
garbage.
else can do selfish shit like MG hiding and ascending, and we never heard nobody talk about it else.
How about Josie killing Alyssa?
Yeah, there are no consequences
How
for
about Caleb?
anybody there
How
except
about
for
Caleb?
Hope.
How about Caleb delivering Hope to her literal fucking death? And
Well,
no, and everybody was like, oh, time for Caleb's villain era.
No, but that wasn't Caleb's fault. That was Landon's
That was
fault.
love.
He
That
had
was
windows
love.
in his room.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
love.
Landon.
I don't
Remember,
know
guys,
if
Landon had a
he did it.
window in his room, so it was Landon's fault.
It was Landon's window. I'm sorry, y'all. Which also wasn't supposedly Landon's room, because supposedly old Andy was delusional.
Yeah. What about fucking Josie saying, "Oh, you know, we'll be there for you. You don't have to face Malivore on your own."
Oh yeah.
And she
The
was
screenshots-
alone.
the
And then she's
screenshots
fucking
that
alone.
I sent the other day,
And
then they left her.
And they could have found her. They could have found her.
Yeah, I
But they
also
went to try-
have
but
here
But they went to try to find her when
About-
humanity was off.
about 309. I have Lizzie saying Hope only does stuff because she wants something from them. In 309, when it's the other way around, and they are essentially blaming her for shit out of her control,
They
which are the
gaslight
monsters.
every chapter.
You know
When she
what?
actually saves them all.
You know what scene I did not like between Hope and Lizzie? Was the scene in the library where Lizzie goes, "I'm sorry, but we're prioritizing the school over your emotional needs."
Oh, that was fucked up.
I'm
Because
like,
they
I'm
have
And
like,
then
never
Hope goes,
cared.
and the fact
They
that's
have never
Danielle's
cared
favorite
about
line too. But the fact that's one of Danielle's favorite Hope lines in that
Yeah.
season, where she
Yeah, we
says,
see.
"My emotional needs, my emotion." Cause like, come on, like,
Come on now.
That whole episode, Lizzie pissed me the fuck
Landon,
off.
no, Landon is literally dead, and she couldn't even mourn a day without them throwing these random ass kids in their way to give a school tour. Then you want her to go out here and parade art so y'all can somehow be able to afford the school that somehow y'all forgot was going in debt
Yeah.
because you want because
okay.
milkshakes and
Lizzie?
school.
Lizzie comparing Hope's grief
Oh.
to Sebastian and fucking
Sebastian?
MG. First off, big fucking no. Second, expecting her to do this fucking tour when she's grieving, and then fucking MG telling her, "No, this is my year, no, I'm gonna focus on me," when his fucking lying, cheating ass girlfriend ditched him. Meanwhile, Hope's boyfriend fucking died, and you have the nerve to stand there and say to her, "I'm gonna focus on me. This is my year of no." You fucking
Then had the fucking ascendant still holding his loyalty to
No.
Alyssa, who want to be a fucking superhero.
You know,
Get out of here.
we could do a whole fucking
Get out
episode.
of here. Get out of
about
here.
MG
Wait,
and
wait,
the way that
Wait! I got another one. I got another one.
Said, don't give up on Landon to Caleb. Oh, hell.
I
With
got
that.
another one. Caleb and Alari keeping that thing from Hope about them seeing Landon.
yeah,
I swear to God,
that was Caleb's fault. The way that I loved Caleb and MG so much during the first season,
They ruined them.
and then they fucked them up in
Ugh.
such a way. The way we could actually have, like, you guys could have a whole episode of MG and like the way that his character
We
has.
can do a whole
Yes,
episode
like-
on every character's hypocriticism when it comes to
Guys,
Hope and
I
Landon.
think,
Yeah,
I
you-
think
you
we scared my
actually
dog.
whole
I think we scared him.
We
Oh.
could do a
I'm sorry,
whole
bro. I'm
episode.
sorry.
Just call it that,
how-
the hypocrisy of it all.
Yeah,
That's it.
How the Super Squad fucking hates Hope and gaslights her every single episode. We could do a whole episode about
It's
that.
actually, you know what? I don't know if it's considered a plot hole or not, but like, why do people think that the twins and everyone else at the school was friends with Hope before, even if after we've seen the way that they've bullied her their entire childhood? Like, how? What?
Yeah. Okay, you know
It
what I
doesn't
don't
make
get?
sense for
What-
them.
What I
for-
don't get is they had their 11th birthday party and
Yes.
had that whole like, so Hope would have been 13 at that point.
Yes.
And Hope had that blowout. right? Because they didn't invite her to the birthday party and then the worms and blah, 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 whatever. And then that was around the same time or within the year that Hope was heard about Lizzie's journal, didn't read it, but heard about it. Josie was going around talking about Lizzie's journal.
Shit.
Then all of a sudden,
She has a crush.
the same year Hope has a fucking crush on Josie. I don't buy it.
Yeah.
I don't
feel like
buy it.
I feel like the only way for it to make sense is that the crush happened before she was 14 and she just said 14 because we were 14. Like, the timeline just doesn't add up. The twins are 2 years younger.
I have an idea. Maybe the crush was just put in there for fan service.
It was.
Oh, who would have thought?
But it's just so stupid because we can see through those visions that Hope clearly did not like the twins. They didn't get along. In the original, she called them mean girls.
She wanted everyone to be friends with her.
And the fact that Alaric let her basically be isolated.
Is it not sad that in the original she was 15, the twins were 13, and Hope was already calling them drunks at 13?
Oh yeah, that was weird. The first time I saw it in 512, was it? Sorry, of 12 or something like that. What did they call the old male? The mean girl Lair? Lair, that's it. And then Freya said that comment about their love for the bottles, and I was like, aren't there 13?
They're 13.
That's not like, what kind of message are you sending there?
But they basically have shown that that Hope and the twins have hated each other from the very
forever.
Beginning. It was and then it was because of Josie's lie that Lizzie and Hope weren't friends, even though Hope so desperately wanted to be part of their family and be their friend, because she even said that in the episode that she was fucking dying. And yet, and you know what? She could have been friends with Lizzie if Josie hadn't fucking lied about it.
You know what I don't get? What I noticed when I was rewatching yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, 315, Hope apologized to the twins because of what Alaric did. And I don't understand why Hope is the one that's always needs to apologize for shit that isn't her fault.
She feel wrong for feeling what she feels.
And like, they make her feel guilty about it. Like, it's okay to have feelings, and it's not your fault. But also, the thing that caught my attention was that Josie said, you really didn't want anything to do with us or our classmates. We thought you hated us. But then they took that as an invitation to bully her. Yeah. Like, how does that make any fucking sense to you? It doesn't. You're just a bully. A piece of shit for lying.
Another thing is Hope wasn't the only one the twins bullied.
No.
Alyssa Chang, a whole orphan. Like, you can't. I mean, I don't really like Alyssa as a character because she gives me Penelope vibes, and I don't really vibe with people like that. Like, why are you mean for being mean? But you get to understand her past and the way that she acts.
Yeah.
Because of what happened to her as a young kid and everything that she went through. But like, that's on Alaric. I mean, that's on the Saltzmans as a family. Like, why are you such a...
The twins were treated as spoiled little princesses their entire lives. Birthday parties, extravagant birthday parties.
And isn't that fucked up?
The way that they did.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. The fact that they had their sweet 16 and everything, like, even their 11th birthday. Like, why was Alaric so... And I understand that they are his kids, right? Of course, they're going to have, like, a little bit more privileges than any other student. But he shouldn't treat them that differently than any of the other kids. Because that creates resentment between children.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up? Is that Josie and Lizzie had a fucking schoolmate out of them, but Hope's dad is the one who paid for it.
Yeah.
And so they had all these extravagant birthday parties, and Hope got bullied. And rather than Alaric trying to figure out, like, trying to fix the situation, he was like,
"Oh, what happened? Let's go for ice cream. Let's go for ice cream. Let's get back on the track. Let's get back on Hope.
Oh yeah.
On Hope for my mental health. The next the next plot hole is, if the white oak ass dagger doesn't work on Hope, how did it desiccate her in the first place?
Yeah. That was for us to just be like, oh, it worked. It didn't.
That was an Easter egg for the originals for people.
Yeah, probably. That's pretty much what it was.
Wait. Wasn't there a scene in probably the original Side of the Vampires when they no, it wasn't. I was going to say when they daggered Klaus and he opened his eyes, but he was still like when you can't move. Forgot the word for that one, but so no, it just doesn't make sense.
Immobilized at this point.
Yeah, immobilized.
And then so that's pretty much why. And then also Freya leaving her niece there and never caring about her after 403.
Oh yeah.
But also attached to how
But
Rebecca
milkshake.
just was like, okay, that's
She had to go to milkshake. She had to go to
Yeah,
Guys,
for a milkshake.
you know how good those fucking milkshakes are. Come on.
I mean, she ain't lying though. But did she go for peanut butter blast though? That's the thing. Because if she didn't, then she's out of pocket even more.
Sometimes we question stuff because it really doesn't make sense, like narratively. But it makes sense when you consider it's a drama TV show. But still, it bothers me for some reason. Like,
It
why?
bothers me, and also the fact that the Moccasins are so determined to always get their family back.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to believe that Rebecca and them just like, oh, we can't find Hope. She gave me the necklace back for show. No, that's literally not real.
Like you would think that Freya would think of her niece being that vulnerable in transition. She would have at least put like a tracking spell or like a locator spell,
or at least
on her
room or something.
Yeah.
You let her get took via window? Like, come on now.
Maybe it was like the spell from 211 when it was like the boundary spell everywhere else but the roof. The roof was open, so now the window was open, I guess.
I'm just flabbergasted. The next one is, how was the tree the twins and Hope create the only weapon that can kill the tribrid? It wasn't even used to make her a tribrid. Being born with all the powers means that there should have been no spell to counter acted.
Yeah, nothing should be able, because she was born with those powers, nothing should be able to counteract those powers. There's no way, because the whole reason why Klaus and that were tied to the tree, were linked to the tree, is because the tree was used in the spell to create them, to make them into originals. But Hope was fucking born. So why the fuck did her magic and the twins' magic make a red oak tree that could kill her when that wasn't even involved in her becoming a tribrid in the first place?
Yeah, and let alone that goes into the next part is, if Hope never made the tree, or she never did the spell with the twins, would have had the loophole for her never been made?
Yeah,
basically.
So, what was
it's like they tried to tie it to the originals, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It doesn't
make sense.
Because a loophole for Hope would be someone being born that has like the counter powers to like neutralize her. So and then like each other. Essentially, Malivore and Hope.
Yeah.
Or a god.
Or
bestie.
Yes.
So that was a whole complete flop in itself. The next plot hole is why Hope's family would we kind of touched this. The next one was, how was Hope even toxic to Landon? We already kind of talked about that. We don't know.
Oh yeah, that doesn't make any sense about that.
Limbo. This is a limbo one. It says, if Hope could go to peace in exchange for her necklace in 404, how come Landon, Ted, and Alaric needs coins to leave Limbo?
Well, I know why Alaric and Ted need coins.
Yeah, I said it said I think it's because Hope had a choice to become the tribrid, unlike Landon and the other. But who knows?
Hope she sacrificed herself for the greater good, and Landon basically did the fucking same, and yet he has to make amends for shit that his father did his body.
Yeah, it's like Limbo can't recognize your body if you're being possessed. So I guess 304 and 303 Hope wouldn't have been able to go to peace because she was possessed, right?
Well,
just a throwback. Anyway.
Oh, I just got that. Okay.
Yeah, remember 301 to 304 Hope was possessed.
Okay.
But anyway,
I forgot the blue lighting or whatever it was.
No, guys, it was a love potion.
It was.
It's not. Remember,
it was a kitsune.
Remember, it's not. Landon put on the board and crossed it out. It's not.
No, you're lying. It's the shade of the blue lighting. Come on.
Yeah, the duality.
Half our face was shaded out.
Possession. You know what would be funny
Or
though?
maybe,
Is that,
or maybe,
maybe that happened at 2 a.m.
or
Maybe
or
that's
maybe
why.
it was or maybe it was the Kimsu.
No, it
Kimsu, right?
happened
They
in
could
8
say it.
days, 14 hours, and 22 minutes.
Right. Let's move on.
Anyways,
Regret
what
and
the
despair.
fuck was I saying before you said that?
I'm
Oh.
sorry. About the sacrifice.
Okay,
and
no, but fucking limbo. Okay, limbo is your soul, right? It's not your body, it's your soul. So
Yep.
Landon's body, he shouldn't have been responsible for his body because his soul wasn't responsible for all of the stuff that Malivore did. So why is his soul being punished in limbo?
No, I hope they explain this, but I think it's because of the mind thing. Remember when they kept saying about Malivore and Landon share a mind. Whatever he knows, I know. And they repeated that like 4 times in just one episode. So maybe that's why like their souls or essence, I guess, are mixed or something.
Wait, Landon said whatever Malivore knows. He like wait, repeat that line.
Yeah, remember in 3, what was the episode? When he was trapped in Malivore?
Was it
Right.
302?
Yeah, they kept
401,
saying
402?
that Malivore and Landon shared a mind, and whatever Landon knew, Malivore knew. So that's why when they were talking, when Alaric and Caleb, they were like, he was like, no, shh.
About that's why Malivore knew how easily, like, how to break up with Hope too.
Right, but also it doesn't really make sense when you think about the fact that Hope's blood with the sword killed everything Malivore related within Landon. So then,
again, it goes back to if it was Landon's body that Malivore was part of, they basically expelled him from Landon's body. But I mean, it was still a sword, so it's still, but.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh,
we need answers.
Her blood is it's vampire blood. Her blood has the ability to heal, and if her blood's not toxic to Landon, shouldn't have fucking healed Landon after Malivore was expelled from him. If it expelled the bullet from Josie's body, why the fuck did it not expel Malivore from Landon's?
They said, nah, we need to pull a Angel on this.
See? Okay. Since we're on Landon, let's get into our Landon section, which, Lord, do we have a treat? And my rants will be coming.
Landon is the biggest one because he has the most plot holes.
He has the most plot holes ever known to man, and season 3 is literally just what the fuck was Landon. Like, I'm telling you guys now, if some of these questions don't get answered, then you can erase season 3 out of the Legacies fucking season. I'm telling you, right now. Season 3
was a good one, but like
it was a good one, but the questions,
we're gonna be down to Legacies only having 2 seasons.
Really, literally. The first
it already has 3. I don't know what you mean. Anyway, go with the questions, babe.
Will Handon be a Phoenix again? He was getting used to them. Then they took it away. We don't know. We barely even got to see Landon's Phoenix powers as a whole. He got to fly one time.
Well,
and then was flying on behind the scenes while this random ass lady named Jade got a whole episode when she was only here for 5 minutes. And then Landon got Jade. He got recon in 5 minutes. Oh,
the way that I am so sorry. I have failed you. Anyway,
I am deceased, bewildered. But yeah, honestly, we don't even know how he can even get his Phoenix powers back. Like at this point, we're just holding out there when he can revive.
You know if he will. Like at this point,
maybe he'll come back as a vampire.
You know,
listen, I'll be happy if he comes back as a human. I don't care. I just want him back.
Yeah, on Earth.
That way, Jennifer can put him in more clothes than what he's fucking wearing. Yes. Okay.
I have always thought that he based the Golden Arrow just basically reset his Phoenix powers, and so I still think that, like he was in season 1. Now, with our God theory and him in season 1 not having any magic in his blood, makes a lot more fucking sense and ties it into season 1 now, especially if he's reset. Anyways, that's how I've always thought that.
Yeah. So the next plot hole is how long was he stuck in both worlds for? And specifically in prison world, we will never know.
If we look
We'll
at
never
the timeline, if we look at the timeline, it's about a month to tops.
Yeah,
But also
is
the
it,
timeline,
is it longer
it's
than
hard
prison
to
world or
make
no?
it add up.
Well,
Huh?
305 to 306.
No.
Remember
The thing is, we
305
get
was like a 3-week time jump.
no. We get a clue. Yes, but we also get a clue with Fincy and Finch because in 401, was it 401? Yes, it was 401. Lizzie said to them that they were only. I mean, they had only known each other for 3 weeks. So we have like 6 weeks.
Yeah, because it would have been 3 weeks from 305.
And then right
3 weeks.
when we come back, Josie leaves.
Josie leaves and meets.
And then she meets Finch, and then 3 weeks till 401.
But they didn't
So
get
that's like
together right away. So it would have been. So it would have been more like
Just 2 months.
after 3 months, something like that.
Yeah, ish.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But do the writers know that? Probably not.
Well, no, we missed 5 months in between like 212 and 213. No, 214 and 215 or something like
But
that.
But the fact that we couldn't
209.
even do the fact that we couldn't even do the math about when Landon said that him and Hope had been together for a year.
A year, yeah. Like how? Either he sucks at math or the timeline is just all fucked up, and
Is
it
the
is.
year
So.
is a year really the pancake anniversary though?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is because he was like, if we add up all the time and then we subtract the other time. So he just invented a thing because they apparently got together in March of 2030 and it's 2031 in like June or May.
I'm totally looking up the 1 year anniversary
Pancake?
gift. The first year anniversary gift is fucking paper. It's not pancakes. I wonder where they got pancakes from.
Paper?
Yeah, it says paper. It says, well, the traditional first anniversary gift is paper. There's also a modern option, which is a clock.
What is that? Is that like a American thing?
I don't know. It just says because
Obviously not, because I don't know.
Oh no!
We don't do that here, so
because
I
like
don't know.
60
We
years,
don't do that here either.
because like 60 years is considered the diamond year, the diamond anniversary or something.
oh,
like that. And
when
so,
people are getting married and stuff.
yeah, so
Yeah,
they're
the
together
gold,
with
the
married-
silver, and then
Yeah, exactly. So the first year is supposed to be paper.
paper. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a draft for me. I don't know
But they
what that
should have
is.
done a waffle thing instead of a pancake because
Yeah.
it makes more sense
Yeah,
with them.
because
But
of
it's
because
fine.
of 108. So why pancakes? I mean, we know
Because
why. but-
Hope,
At least
like,
they let Hope eat on.
Do we
the-
know why?
No.
Robyn,
yeah.
elaborate.
Why do we know it was pancakes? Well, because I wrote it.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, I thought something spicy.
Oh my
God, we did. I mean,
clicked.
Robyn does
Wait,
write for the show.
You manifested, or the writers can go ahead and confirm that you read fan fiction and then you take ideas, which
I
is
mean,
fine.
go
Just
ahead.
give credit. About the nose kiss and then the pancake. Stealing bases. Oh my god.
So they
Sir.
fucking did that nose kiss for me. I will
And I'm
not
still.
do it otherwise.
And then not to my horn, but the Grey's Anatomy episode.
Oh. Update that hoe. Update it.
Oh yeah.
People are
I have the
starving.
chapters, I just
It's
gotta
me
release them.
and people. But anyway,
Yeah.
go
Just
with the
confirm it.
next one.
Oh my god, I feel like I already lost my voice and I didn't even get to Landon fully yet.
See?
So the next plot hole is, did Landon learn how to defend himself in the prison world? How is he able to obtain gear and armor in 312? Basically everything about the prison world and Landon. Yeah. We could clearly not know. So supposedly why did they okay.
Wait. Landon went into the prison world? I don't remember talking about that ever.
Basically they
Well,
wanted basically they wanted us to just assume that Landon was dead. At this point, we know Landon was never going to go. You could have just showed us what Landon was doing in the prison world, but instead you want to give us a Golem Landon that had Handon development that, surprise, Wasn't even handed development, so it was nothing. You could have
Nice,
gave us a
though.
prison world. I mean, it was nice for the moment till we got juked and turned like a fucking pizza. You could have just gave us Landon in the prison world because I'm tired of seeing everybody say Landon's weak. You could have literally been showing him how he can kick ass, but no, you had
I
us.
really wanted to see the trauma
We
and then
wanted
the
to see
aftermath.
trauma, and hell, we didn't even get that. Landon was literally in Malvor's literal body, saying, "Okay, I'm cool with dying, yeehaw." Because once again, you will never show Landon's trauma, and I'm tired of it. So the fact that we had to sit here and watch Malivore fake trauma for that episode.
That was fucked up. But also, it was real. Remember that
I mean,
they share a
true.
mind,
True.
and he was manipulating Hope. So he was
True.
using Landon, basically.
True, but at the end of the day, we
Yeah.
don't learn anything. We don't learn how Malivore /
The rubbery.
Landon got that green powder to make people go to sleep. We don't know
Yeah.
when Landon really got possessed. We don't know what Malivore actually got hands, because if he had hands, he wasn't having hands with Hope. Why? The Malivore thing with DNA, I'm just gonna come later on. I'm just, why did the
But to
prison
answer
world
the
happen?
question of how he was able to obtain the gear, that was just the monsters.
Yeah,
He either killed them himself or he found the remains.
Okay,
because
so
that's
we
a
know-
D&D thing.
We know, yeah, that and D&D that so D&D really did help him with being in the prison world, but we know via Hope that Landon is a survivor, and he basically proved it.
yeah.
Makes you one of the strongest people I know.
Yeah, if only we saw it.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
I would have ate
We were
so good.
we were clowning so hard, thinking
We were all the things I've seen.
We're gonna
Oh,
get
we gonna
this
see
trauma
Landon.
in
We
the
gonna
prison
see.
world,
We gonna see Landon flashback. Oh, Landon with the beard. Oh, Arya with a beard. You said that shit off in 2
long
minutes.
hair.
What was the point? Why would you have him grow it out
For 2 seconds.
for 2 seconds?
Am I still
To not
clowning,
even
but
see it get
I'm still
shaved.
expecting something to happen?
Yes.
I feel
Like-
like if he
No,
comes
but
back,
imagine when he comes back and then
And they
he
talk about it?
somehow shows Hope everything, because Hope can head dive, and if he lets her, she could see it firsthand, and we could see flashbacks of it.
Let's
See what I'm saying?
bold that.
She hasn't done
Let's bold that.
She hasn't done that since season 1. It's like she just forgot that she can do that.
Yeah,
Well-
another plot hole on our list.
Did she, or did the writers?
Or did Hope just not care about nobody else's mind to do it?
I mean,
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. The next plot hole is, why did a necromancer get a coin when he selflessly gave his to Landon? However, Landon gives half his coins to him, yet he doesn't receive more.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
And
either.
Landon put them coins in Ted's
Landon,
It's
bowl
like, no,
ice
you
cream
can
bottle.
only do one coin at a time. That's why it didn't
Landon
work.
couldn't have even needed a fucking coin to begin with.
Right.
Yeah.
What did Landon do?
First of all,
Like, I don't
Landon
understand.
should if he had to get something, it'd be like a short shot glass like this big that fits one
But
coin.
what has he ever done? Like,
That's what
you
I'm
mean to
saying.
tell me?
He hasn't done it.
You mean to tell me you're gonna put Malivor's fucking sins on my boy Landon?
Yeah, it's basically like Hope scenes of the
And
father.
Landon
bested upon the daughter.
Landon is such a forgiving
and all that.
sweetheart. He is such a forgiving sweetheart, because the fact that he's helping these booty holes get coins when a lyric is still lying to him and he knows it, and also Ted does not. I don't care what Ted's giving. I don't care. I want they made off my screen. So him talking to Landon just giving him them coins. It should have been left in the drafts. Let my son get back on them living grounds now.
When Robyn and I saw them filming it, and we didn't know who was with Landon, and I go, "Is that fucking Ted?"
And what was my reaction? No, the fuck no.
The way
I
that
don't
you
want
hate Ted so fucking much, and here I am,
don't
just,
care. Like, I
waiting
do
for
not
him to
care.
become like a father figure to Landon.
And everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna eat this up, and I'm like, I'm gonna eat it down. I don't want that.
I
Landon.
hate
Ugh.
Necromancer. I like Ted. I don't mind
Right?
Ted.
I
But-
don't mind the Necromancer, and I really love Ted. It's like Ryan and Clark, two different people
Mhm.
in my mind.
Ryan is
But,
Clark,
like,
two different people.
Okay, but like Landon story wise does not it does not make sense him being in limbo. and having to atone for everything. He should have been able to get on that boat and
No, I think they're just. Is that the word stalling?
stalling.
Him?
They're
Yeah.
stalling. They're
Because
stalling
he
so they
needs
can
to do
it.
something else before he can
while
find.
Hope's doing her no
No,
humanity.
you know what they're stalling? It's because they know that
Hope
he's
not,
the one who can turn Hope's humanity back on.
Exactly.
And that's why they're keeping him away.
Unfinished
Yeah, let's
business.
think about it. Let's think
Just
about
like
it.
I thought, just like I thought, I said if anybody besides her parents and Landon could turn on her humanity, it was Lizzie, because they've been keeping her away from, Landon and Lizzie, they've been keeping them away. And I'm like, okay, it didn't work. I think it worked for a split second, but then, the whole fucking dagger thing, whatever. But,
yeah.
But it makes sense because they're like, because they
keeping
know.
him away. Come on, like Jennifer said, they haven't been mentioning Landon to Hope at all.
No.
Come on, they haven't
There must be
mentioned
a
it at all.
Because no one fucking cares that he's dead. No one but Hope fucking cares that he's dead. There's no.
And no one is smarter. And no one's smart enough.
The way that
No one's
Jennifer
smart enough
said
to
that,
figure
and
it
I
out.
was like, yeah, we know.
We know this. We know it is. So yeah, come on. And plus, no one's smart enough to realize that Landon is the one that's turning it on. The next theory is lovely. It's my favorite time. My favorite Landon topic.
Oh no, the cursed season.
Yes, my favorite season of all times. Landon didn't recognize Hope in season 2, and even after finding out, he went after Josie. Season 1, Landon would never. Yes, I agree. And let's tie it into mine that I did, which was in fact, I'm going to have that section later on. Yes. Why did Landon kill himself all summer to get a vision of this girl who he's been thinking about every time he dies, to then find out who she is in episode 4 and just not give a fuck, and then excels that, and tries to have sex with Josie the next episode?
No. He didn't.
Wait. Tries to
Correction.
hook his brother with her.
Correction. He didn't want to have sex. Actually, Josie forced the situation. And I don't care what anybody says. When you say no, and you talk to your partner, and you're like, no, I'm not ready, not yet, but soon. Soon doesn't mean tomorrow night. Right the fuck away. She was expecting him, and then Landon was like, oh, okay. So like, no, shut up. That was disgusting. That when I realized, I was like, that's so fucked up, and I hate that everyone else looks away when it happens.
If you look at the two,
I never looked at it. I never watched that
if
scene.
you look at those two situations, Landon said not yet, and what did Josie do? She didn't respect that, and she basically told her sister not to come home, and basically expected after.
And she didn't even say shit to Landon. She planned everything on her own.
Then she asked, "Do you have a condom?"
Yeah, like bitch.
He's not thinking right now
for this.
You're thinking of it.
And then you didn't even prepare yourself. Like you're
no,
the one.
But also it was also the fact that
you don't even like.
Yeah, but it was also the fact that she was like, "Oh, we don't really have to have sex if you don't want to." I'm like, "Girl, he already told you yesterday night that he wasn't ready. So why the fuck are you asking again?"
And then
because if this situation was reversed, no, it's the fact that if this situation was reversed, people would have canceled that male version of that character.
Exactly.
And I hate that everyone looks away
Landon,
just because it's fucking Josie.
If that was Landon who had done it, he would have.
And then we have Landon.
And then we have Hope.
That he didn't even bring up anything with Hope. Hope was the one who brought her up first, and he was like, "I'm in a constant state already." He didn't even think.
Low key. Landon should have been a pro at that though. He should already had a condom. I don't think he mentioned that when Hope thought it though. So they was raw doggy.
Yeah, but you see the difference in these two situations. Hope was like, "I'd like to make tonight's if you're ready." I missed that.
Yeah. Oh, right. If you're ready, I know I am. Like that's consent, and we love to see it.
Exactly.
Nobody's forcing anybody. Everyone is comfortable.
I want to talk
That's
about
how you do sex scenes.
Okay. We'll talk about the sex stuff later. What I want to talk about is the fact that Landon saw this vision of this girl who literally, at least the vision, I don't know what he was actually seeing. You can clearly tell it was Hope.
Oh yeah,
there's no way. And the necklace.
Remember that at the end of the day, he's a man.
I'm sorry.
At the end of the day, he's a man.
Danielle's eyes You didn't recognize. Never mind. I'm gonna.
Nah,
shut up.
not even. That's hold on.
No, but it's exactly what Nosh said. How the fuck does he remember? He's like, oh, it's you who I see every time I die, and then he just
don't care.
Goes and makes out with fucking Josie, like.
And then Hooks tries to hook her out with his brother because he somehow forgot. And then I'm supposed to believe. And then I was supposed to eat up 208. I left you when I was dead. You didn't even love her when you were alive. You didn't even know her. Come on.
No, but he did love her when she was dead, though.
He did love her.
Didn't remember.
He loved her, but it wasn't hitting. It wasn't hitting.
A lot of that was that he was trying to, because even when he found out, he was like, and Hope was like, it's not about doing the right thing. Doing the right thing has a shelf life. It was Len was trying to be the good guy because he didn't want to hurt Josie, even though he.
That's why their breakup was the way that it was, because he was like, I don't want to be a bitch about this, but I don't feel this way about you. And he let her down so gently. I don't know why people were complaining.
They weren't.
Yeah, what was he supposed to do? When he left, when he left, they said he was a bitch. Then he comes back and properly ends the relationship, and then he still gets
before he goes with Hope.
I was going to say I love the way that they put that in there, where he says, I have something I want to say to you, but I can't say it yet. I need to go do something.
Have another conversation first.
Yeah. Exactly. But somehow he's still
Landon's fault the way that they cut the episode and didn't put something in between those two conversations.
They did not, right. He literally was. He literally said,
look, when he was totally cool with Josie or whatever, and they were dating, and it was kind of awkward. But look how drawn he was to Hope the minute that he saw her. He didn't know who she was.
The first couple episodes was hitting.
What the fuck did he do? He went and sought her out and sat down with her at the bench. Now, this is Landon. He doesn't just go up to fucking random girls and start talking.
What a milkshake!
Even before, on his date with Josie, he ordered a peanut butter blast with whipped cream on the bottom.
So he was drawn to her from the very beginning, and then saw her at the game and was still drawn to her. So yes, he did love her that entire time, but he
didn't know
bad because he didn't want to hurt Josie's feelings because he had made a commitment to her.
Because that's who he is. That's who Landon is. If you think about it, everything that Landon's gone through in his life, he's never had a place that he could call a home. He's never had somebody he could call his friends or whatever. And he gets into this relationship with this girl that he doesn't want to disappoint, because his entire life he feels like he's always disappointed.
Yeah, and plus he talks about it so much. Like he talked about with Hope in 202, like, basically getting boyfriend advice from Hope and saying that he wants to be a perfect boyfriend.
What I feel like is that whole relationship was the same thing as Josie pressuring him to have sex, because it was like she almost expected them to start dating because they were getting along so well or whatever, and you saw how awkward it was from the very beginning, and it was almost like Landon was expected to date her because that's the next step. Like they couldn't just be friends, and so it was it's the same situation, just a very different objective.
Yeah, and also with 2A, what didn't make me like, what was confusing to me is that Landon, like, that it's like they made they made Landon and Josie start dating and then stop caring about everything else. Because how was Landon full on dedicated to Ralph and feeding him and making sure he was okay, to just stop looking at him and stop worrying about him after George was like, oh, well, I guess he doesn't want to be with, I guess he doesn't want to, you to see him this way. And then he just stopped looking for Ralph. Like, he used to bring steak to Ralph every chance he got to just not giving a fuck. Because he got a girlfriend now, so he got to go play music and shit. Like, and be forced into fucking sports to cheat because you didn't want to cheat in season 1, Lord. But
no, season 2 was just a fucking mess. I'm sorry, but it was.
Season 2A was like, how out of pocket can you make Landon until y'all get Landon?
It was like season 2 was like the first 4 episodes were mostly okay, other than the whole like other than the whole like Landon stuff, like putting Landon aside in 2A, and that whole plot hole about him, you know, acting totally out of character.
Out of
But, like
character.
those episodes, the first 4 episodes were actually pretty good. If you
Good.
think about it.
The tension
then-
and lingering, I loved it. Like I love, especially
and
204 with the eyes.
205, I loved the Hizzy stuff. They were building that friendship. That was really great. Everything else I ignore. But that's where it went downhill. It was like it was like you had this whole season and they cut out the middle of it, threw it away, rewrote it all, and put something in, and it just didn't fit. It was like they tried to put the puzzle piece in that was wrong.
This one was kind of in the mix, but Landon killing himself over and over again, yet it was never gets mentioned. And like the fact that like no one mentioned it, and at the time Emma was still there, so therapy is never just a thing. And like I'm in the school,
Well, yeah, Josie
it was just thrown under the
realized-
rug, and like yeah, she knows, and she just like
My
okay.
sister is the queen of self-harm. I know it when I see it. Shut the fuck up. Don't go around saying shit like that. Like, I'm sorry. If you see a Landon killing himself, you don't say that your sister self-harms on the daily or something
She
like
said,
that.
wait a minute.
You
She
ask
said that.
what
She
is
said that at
wrong.
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Oh,
did. It was 4th of July,
why did she think she ate with that?
right? If I see
Who
someone
wrote that line?
self-harming,
Who in the script wrote that line?
hurting
Like,
themselves,
wrote
I
that?
would ask, "Are you okay? What can I do to help?" I don't bring up my
Why would
shit
you bring
or my
someone else's
family
mental
shit.
health up? Like,
Once
Yeah.
again, we watch the episodes over and over again, and we realize what?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's so interesting how people see. You watch Legacies one
what to
time,
see?
and then people have a perception of certain characters that it just doesn't align with what it is actually presented on the show, which is
But it's
interesting
funny.
how everyone just creates their own
Which is
narrative
funny because
of their character.
literally everyone else can see what is wrong in those scenes except for
The people that need to see it.
exactly.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but what else can you do? You can't really
That was
force
actually,
them to.
that's fucked
I mean,
up.
like we love Hope, we love Landon, but it's not like we don't call them out when they're being
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
stupid.
I'm literally pissed over how out of character it is. Like, come
Even
on.
Hope and her inability to like deal with shit because she's so used to the stuff.
Yes.
Like,
The
she
that
shuts
two-
down instead
that
of
214
talking, and
yeah.
Landon is the complete opposite. And when
Yep.
he can't move past a certain point, then he leaves because he's so used to people
like
leaving
her
too.
icing him out.
Yeah,
after
they're
finding
just
out that they're
as
doomed.
broken.
You fucking iced him out. Like,
Right.
just go talk to him.
214.
Or like,
214. I'm supposed to believe that
asked him-
at 5-month jump, she
Yeah.
just was like, okay,
or 'cause
I'm going to be
you know
distant.
what- You know what bothered me is between 108 and 109, she asked him to be her boyfriend, and then 109 fucking iced him out because of the mom.
Oh,
thing.
the secret.
Yeah, like you just asked him to be your boyfriend, and now
And the first thing you do
you're
is
pulling
lie.
into him.
Yeah, I feel like Hope's
Oh,
change and growth from season 1 to now
Yeah.
does show because she now can actually say
100%.
shit.
100%.
And
oh
it's
yeah, her
beautiful
growth.
because the
beautiful to
only
see.
other character that we've had that
Lizzie.
I mean that yeah, it's Lizzie,
but that's
and I love that for
but
them.
that's just an example of I fucking love Hope, but it doesn't mean that I can't pick out.
Yeah, it's not. We're not gonna call
it's like-
inaccuracies.
Yeah, it's like me with Stefan. Stefan is my child. I love him, but he was a piece of shit in season 6 to Caroline, and I understand that. Like, you don't have to defend your faith and justify their actions and still like them. Like, you can actually,
Yeah.
criticize them. But anyway,
Gaming fans. Anyways,
where's Landon's body?
Good
We don't
fucking
know.
what would we
question.
like to know?
That is a good
Where is it?
question.
He's
Where
with
is
the
it?
trains. He's with the rock.
Probably
He's on the track.
decaying at the
He's
train.
It's decaying. It's got
Dumpster.
wet mildew. Holy
How
test shirt.
many days have passed? Like a week? 2 weeks?
3
Less than a
weeks,
month.
2 years.
I don't know how long
who
it takes.
knows?
For a body to decompose, but I was expecting someone to grab his body and then send it to the
Well, in the terms of Riverdale, never, because Jason was out here floating for like 4 years. But I honestly don't know, and I'm not a killer, so I
Well,
wouldn't
if
know.
he's part
for-
God,
Continue that. Boo.
Why are you saying stop to that?
No, I said continue, boo. I didn't say stop. Oh,
because yeah, it's a tease for
yeah.
others.
And if you know, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, Robyn can tell us that after the podcast. But anyways, the next.
Oh, you don't
poll-
know?
Yeah. Oh wait, I know.
Oh yeah, well you'll know.
Oh, just more maybe. Okay. The next plot hole is why won't they let Landon cry? I'm hoping that when he cried for the first time, it's healing tears. That's the only thing I'm thinking about that they're prolonging, because the fact that the closer we got to trauma / emotionalness was maybe like
114.
114 when he found out that Hope was lying to him. But also we kind of heard his little voice, his voice quiver a little bit
with a lyric.
with a lyric. But that's literally it. Like,
And Dorian in 213.
oh yeah, that well. So we got, like 3 times. But I feel like maybe he'll cry and we'll really get the girls going.
I'm just so sick for wanting Hope to get hurt and then Landon just losing his shit, because it's always Hope going like not crazy but like having these strong emotions over Landon getting hurt, that I would like to see it the other way around for once.
We want our 113 parallel.
We do.
I was just about to say that. I just said that. I said the one parallel. I talked about this last episode. I said
Yeah,
the one
we're
scene
mentally
that I want
ill
between
enough
Hope and
to-
Landon is my 113 parallel.
Yeah, I don't want Hope to get hurt. Like I didn't want her to die to become a triumvirate, but like, yeah, they go hand in hand. They said that Golem Landon was made from Landon's remains, that's in quotes, but yet had none of Landon's DNA. True.
Maybe his remained of Gook.
Okay.
That technically would have been Malivor's.
Yeah, see?
Because
Remains.
Malivore doesn't have fucking DNA, so where did Landon's DNA come from?
Well, he has everything that he has absorbed.
He has fucking
Remember?
dogs and
What was the
women
episode?
and male, like
201.
female and male and all this stuff. Yeah, because they did the blood analysis on
He's
Clark.
a queer king, basically.
But like, where the fuck did? But Landon
Gets his
mud.
DNA from the humans that he absorbed and Sayla. So half his DNA would be Sayla, and then whoever was the donor, I think, because he also had Phoenix powers, right?
Right.
But I don't think they'll ever explain how biology works with Landon here.
Never. At this point, we just kind of accepted the fact that somebody was out here.
But they
doing the work.
did had him take a DNA like 23andMe thing in 105. Was it 105?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know
had
that
some
he
magic in his
is
blood.
technically human and no magic, but I think that's only because he wasn't dead or he hadn't died, so he didn't activate that.
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Never know.
Yeah, but I think the I didn't write it here, I think, but I was thinking about this and I wrote it in the chat that maybe Malivore put some of the goo that he made the minions with. I mean, the same goo made him drink, and that's why he melted when they had sex. Because a part of Malivore was in him, even though he wasn't possessed, but he still had a little bit. So Malivore had control over him, which is what we thought. We just now have like a tangible idea or theory, I guess. It makes more sense that he would have done that instead of just possessing him. But anyway, and then Landon sudden allergy to avocados to help confirm he wasn't Landon.
Yeah,
that was
like,
fun.
came up out of the blue. That was like something.
Yeah, that's mine. I was like, why? Like, why was that just now? Like, how? Come on.
I loved it though.
I loved it, but it was kind of. I loved it, but it was kind of just like how when Landon and Josie had that damn date, and like and then there was Josie's like, oh yeah, I'm allergic to seaweed, whatever she was. It's like
yeah, he went.
That was the only thing that you could find to realize it wasn't Landon.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was so funny that she brought the EpiPen.
Yeah,
in case he had a reaction.
A clown. I mean,
clown on clown romance.
Clown tease, but you know, I still stand.
I mean, the whole like Wade doesn't know me like you do. I should hope.
I should hope so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we ate that up.
That was adorable. I mean, she was one. 312 was such a.
That was also really fun.
Yeah.
You the kid. It's
Or
her.
her
It's
little,
her face.
Tagalog lemon, which I don't exactly take as a compliment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
right.
my. Goodbye.
She's so
Goodbye.
funny. It's just a comedian.
Unnecessarily funny. Like she don't even
An
know. Like, she's so sick now.
underrated
Together,
comedian.
honestly.
Underrated comedian.
But it only comes out with him, really.
Honestly, it
But
does.
she's comfortable with him.
Yeah.
She's the
Yeah.
only one who has no. He's the only one she has let in. Truly.
Yeah, because
And
she
literally.
let him read her letters.
No, it's October.
It took. Oh, the
Well,
letter.
you're out of pocket, and don't act I didn't hear it either.
Wait, what happened?
Shut it.
I said the thing that Landon has been the only one Hope has let in,
Yeah.
figuratively and literally.
Because,
but that's okay.
Yeah, because he read Klaus's letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Klaus's
yeah,
letters.
she
Like,
let him literally read her letters.
Emotionally vulnerable with Landon in a way that she hasn't been with
It's
anybody.
yeah,
I love
it's
that.
something about Landon. It's something about Landon hoping their letters.
It's the fact
personal to me.
that Hope wasn't sure if that was Landon and yet still slept in the same bed as him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember the chess piece thing that Klaus said, that some kids or some babies love their blankies, and then Hope's obsessed or not obsessed, loves her chess piece, and then Arya just happens to have a chess piece tattooed on his arm.
Yeah, they don't
That was
cover
fucking
up.
amazing.
They cover
I
up
said that
Courtney's
to
tattoos.
I
Yeah.
said that to Jennifer. I said
They
I said
do.
we thought it was so amazing that Klaus said that, and then they casted Arya as Landon when
Yeah,
he had
and
the chest piece on his arm.
they could have covered it up. It would have been easy enough. They cover up Courtney's
Yeah.
tattoos. They cover up Danielle's
Chris?
tattoo.
They cover up Courtney's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Courtney
yeah.
has one right here. She has one right
I think
here.
they did Chris too in season 1, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably because he had
But
like
yet they don't cover up Arya's tattoo. Like
Yeah.
too
That's
much.
good.
You know. Yeah. It's just too much of a coincidence.
That's a serve for me.
And
Okay.
the fact that Landon is that's a plot hole right there. Landon's afraid of needles, but he has a tattoo. Anyways,
Anyway.
Right. Maybe
Uh-huh.
he started being scared of needles
Also,
after he got the tattoo.
In
I
the
don't know.
States, aren't you supposed to have parent permission up until a certain age to get a tattoo?
Out here
I mean, I
too.
don't. I don't know. I don't know. I had a friend who had a tattoo at 13, so I don't know.
Oh.
Damn. Maybe it
Yeah.
depends on the state. Or maybe since
Yeah.
he's like a foster kid, he could do whatever. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe he lied about his age. You know, who knows?
Yeah. How did no one question how Landon defeated Malawar in season 2?
Yeah, like
Because
they
they
just
said
they didn't
he's
care.
a phoenix now.
They just-
That's
They didn't care.
they just
They
accept
honestly
it.
didn't
Like,
care. They were like, "Oh, threat is gone." They didn't really care.
yeah,
They're just
just
like-
like that was my theory, by the way. So I was like, literally, how did they just give him a crown? Like, okay, guys.
I wish it would have been like other series and stuff do when people get their memories wiped. They put other fake memories instead, so it makes sense. Like the entire thing, it's more cohesive. But they didn't do this. I mean, Malawar doesn't work like that. So it's very, I don't know. They just don't care. They were like, okay, sure.
Yeah,
They
they're
got their
just like,
memories
yeah.
back, but they still don't care about Hope.
Yeah, fuck them.
That's why they need to leave the school. Now.
Mhm.
go backpacking
That's why they were
through Europe
talking.
and,
Yeah, exactly. That's why
Europe.
they were talking about that.
Okay, how is Landon not possessed by the slugs, but then possessed by the Ani and affected by the Queen?
Wasn't Landon
Sure.
a phoenix after or before? Okay, so
Yeah,
before
episode
he
11,
turned
he was.
into a
Episode 11, he
phoenix,
wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't
the
Phoenix
slugs
episode
would
11.
happen, but after he turned into a phoenix, the Oni and the Queen happened.
True.
But it got. But
that
it
had
was.
some
But
sort of effect on it.
But then what's the difference?
yeah. Isn't a
It's-
lyric? But ain't a lyric kill a human now? Like, so he got slugged. No, he didn't get slugged.
Why
He
didn't Alarm
didn't.
get slugged?
Because
get
he
slugged
got
either.
shocked.
No,
He
he
got
never. He faked being. He got faked. But he faked being shocked. Like he got shocked, but he faked acting like he got something out of his ear.
Oh, right.
Which is why Emma
Did
was like, why?
Dorian-
Like,
Wait, Dorian got a slug, right?
So he caught it.
I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah, he caught it, but he was
Oh,
never
maybe
there.
so. It wasn't like human.
Yeah, I don't think, I
compatible
don't
or
think,
something.
I think it like maybe supernatural hosts, like because
Yeah.
it parasited into the
But
unicorn.
the Oni could possess anybody because
Yeah,
it existed before that, so that would make sense. And then the
yeah,
Queen, same thing. Like it affected everyone at the school,
yeah.
but everyone there
Yeah,
powered.
yeah. And plus he's already a phoenix now. So,
Yeah, yeah, true.
so
But it
yeah,
could have been more that Malivore wasn't even aware of his existence in the first season, and so
yeah,
slugs wouldn't
yeah.
have even gone after him because
Until he, yeah,
they
until
would have recognized something in him um, from like their master or something maybe. And then in season 2 and season 3 or season 2, it would have been, well, then Malivore was looking for Landon because he was the host that Malivore needed. So that was when he set the monsters on him.
But wasn't Clark
but wasn't
in
Landon
charge
getting a
of Landon?
but wasn't Landon getting a call to like wasn't he having a calling to get this obstacle for Malivore?
Yeah, to free Malivore,
Yeah,
but
so
then he
how
could
would that
possess
work
him.
then? And
So
how would that
Ryan,
work?
Yeah, because so the slugs didn't recognize him as a host because he was Malivore's.
Yeah, Malivore's host, I guess. So he wasn't really, I guess, for them.
yeah.
Could be.
Or Malivore needed him for the keys. And so they were
Yeah.
just like, because
That's
we
like-
know that Malivore can still control the monsters. Obviously,
Yeah.
they're out because they all followed his directive except for the Sphinx.
Well, to be honest, well,
Let's go with Lizzie and Josie. It says the merge period. Is that the merge period or the merge?
like,
Comma?
I got just the merge,
Yeah,
the whole
the
concept.
merge, period.
Oh, well, the merge is already ruined, because Lizzie is a heretic now, or will be.
Josie no
Yeah,
longer
I guess the main part is that like we've been like season 1, it makes like a big concept, obviously with the twins not knowing and like how Lizzie had the the genie give her basically how it would be if Josie was gone to then knowing that Lyric had these papers and then to find out they already know about the merge and he still hasn't given them the papers. We keep getting this delayed. Caroline is going this and this, but why can't we hear what Caroline has found or what didn't work? Like, why are we getting no updates? We're just finding out that this Miss Lady was just traveling across the world and giving no updates. Like, and you don't gotta have a fake phone call. You could just be like, oh well, hey girls. Caroline says she went to this place and couldn't find out anything. We literally just got no updates. Like we were just waiting for the day that the twins were going to just do the merge.
Caroline.
No
Now that,
updates.
but now it would make sense for Caroline to come back. I mean, I guess it depends on Candace
Candace.
Availability. I guess if
Yeah.
she's available or not, and if she wants to, because Liz is a heretic.
Yeah.
So what is she going to be?
But look at how
interested
they like change the rules of the merge and have Dark Josie up it to their 17th birthday.
Yeah, 17th. Like
Of all the
How
rules
is that
in the
possible?
Macro Diaries stuff, why didn't Luke and Liv do that then?
so not only did they rush this merge storyline, they did a 5-month time jump and said, let me change the rules in one episode.
Yeah, well, Luke and Livy didn't live, not Livy. I was thinking of Blackthorn. They didn't want to have the merge. That's why they avoided it
Right,
at the very least. And then, what was his name?
But that would have,
Papa Parker forced them.
yeah,
Merge.
if that was a rule though, don't you think the Papa Parker would have what was it, Jeremiah?
Joshua's the name.
Joshua. Wouldn't Joshua have known that rule and done it when Luke and Liv were 17 then?
Or as soon as they, just to avoid that Kai could come back.
So if he was the leader of the Gemini Coven, so if he didn't do that, if he didn't know the rule, how the fuck did Josie find out that you could do that and she could push it up?
I think that was just the writers trying to, make it make sense, and have like Josie be evil.
Yeah.
Make it look like Josie was more intense than she really was. Anyways.
Yeah.
But like, I gonna stand by what I said in one of the other podcasts is that we don't know for sure if this means that the merge is done because they're the first two siphoners of the coven.
Yeah,
So
that's so.
what
It's so.
So what if it wouldn't have worked if they had both lived, but now it will work because technically Lizzie now has her own magic.
Oh.
Well, true.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
happen. Well, it's not gonna happen
I
right
don't
now.
think.
because-
Yeah, I don't think it will.
Well,
Because-
no, because
No, and if it does, Lizzie would be the one winning because she can siphon herself
She
into
has
an
infinite
endless
siphon.
cycle.
Yeah, she has. She has infinite
Versus Josie, who has what, a little bit of dark magic left, and then that's it. Even if she's siphoning like the entire school,
you could
that wouldn't work.
You could stick them in the freaking forest, and Josie would be standing there and have no fucking powers because she has nothing to siphon unless
Yeah.
she's touching someone. I mean, I don't understand how
Yeah.
people think she's powerful.
But also, can it work if you are dead?
I don't know.
Because we haven't seen that. Well, no, we haven't seen that because wait, when did Kai die? At the wedding.
Yeah.
And then he turned after he came back 617, 618, 19. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have worked because the merge happened before that when Luke died. So we really don't know. It's basically what we're trying to say. Do we go to the next one?
Sure.
Is the twins and Hope's ages. Legacies is supposed to be 2 years after the originals, making Hope 17, turning 18 in season 1, and the twins turned 16 in season 1. But in season 2, Hope says, I had a crush on Josie when we were 14, as in they're the same age. This is kind of what we discussed before, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
They're not
yeah.
the same
it's
age.
a little bit weird.
It was
They're
like-
not the same age. They can be. They were born in 2012 and then 2014.
That line was
So no.
for fan service.
Yeah, or maybe she referred to the fact that they were in the same grade.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
What, so the twins was that advanced that they was just one grade up?
No. I mean that Hope was probably pulled back because of her family stuff. Maybe she missed. They don't even have classes anyway. But like,
Yeah, I mean, do they even have grades? Like, I don't know why we're thinking of Supernatural School as a real
yeah.
grade school.
I mean, she went to the school when she was 9, and the twins were 7, first or second grade, something like that. But I think that Hope started the school and then went to first grade.
Oh,
Because
that
she was
makes-
9.
Yeah.
Because she missed that. I don't know which part it cut me off, but like Hope was 9 and the twins were 7. So for me, that would have been second year in school. But for you, probably first year because they were born in March, so you lose a year.
Yeah, right. So yeah, they would be, yeah.
So it would make sense for Hope to start the year with the twins in first grade because she's just starting and it's a school of magic.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
yeah.
And because we don't even think she went to school before that.
Yeah, she was probably homeschooled.
Yeah, but, my babes, for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway. Why does Josie refer to Hope as her best friend, yet they never spend any time together? Josie didn't even say thank you when Hope saved her and instead ran away. Well, Josie and MD are supposed to be best friends, but friends,
Yeah, that
we
was
never see them.
completely dropped. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's true. That is a plot hole because they were supposed to be best friends, and then they didn't interact at all, and then all of a sudden they both go to Mystic Falls and they're friends again. And then Josie's out there calling Hope her best friend, and yet doesn't
Can you
act
be
like a friend at all.
Can you be someone's best friend if you've only like actually talked to each other for like a year or less?
Yes, because Iz and I, well, no, we've known each other for over a year now, but
Yeah, but you didn't bully her before, so
it's true, I did not. And we talk every day.
exactly. So
But like, yeah, they're in the same room together. And I mean,
I think best
The-
friend was a
it-
stretch.
in 301, not one person knew what was going on with Hope. And you would think, as a best friend, they would be like, no, let's go to her room. Let's figure out what's going on. We know there's something happening to Landon. We have to be there for our friend. Yet they didn't. I'm sorry. But if that was Iz, and I knew she just lost her boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever, I'd be in that fucking room sitting at her side, holding her fucking hand while she bawled her eyes out. I would not be at some fucking game for the school. I would tell the professors to kiss their ass and like just because that's my best friend. Like, it's just
that shows her priorities. Like She doesn't really care about Hope, and that's the truth. I don't care if people get mad about it. Like, the show isn't telling me that,
Ever
so
say thank you? Has she ever apologized for the shit that she did? No.
no.
She used the excuse of having a crush for burning down Hope's room and the painting and all
She
of
didn't
that.
even say, "Oh, by
And
the way,
then-
I'm sorry for lying all
Yeah.
these years."
And then, but and then they find out that Josie was reading and laughing about Lizzie's diary and stuff to the rest of the school, and that's brushed aside. And yet, not once did Josie ever apologize for that.
Yeah, my
I
issue
hope
with
you can get
Josie.
an apology for that shit. Like, we
Yeah,
just
she
keep
hasn't even
finding-
apologized
We
to her
just keep
sister.
finding out the trauma that Hope went through, and we're just supposed to fucking throw it out the way because they were younger, and the lyric let it happen.
But like that
It's
doesn't
not-
let her off the hook, though.
Yeah, it's not like
issue,
cute.
my issue with Josie is her victim complex, and then her inability to accept consequences.
Yes.
Just apologize.
I don't care
Won't hurt
if you were young. At 14 years old, you should have fucking known better. Or even at 11, I'm sorry, but there are 11-year-olds that fucking know better.
Yeah.
She
And
was
even if she fucks up, she should have apologized.
Yep.
But
She
she
was a bully
didn't.
through and through.
Even in the originals, they showed that her attitude was like very, very bitchy.
Yep.
And then they kind of switched that when Legacies came out. Why? I don't know, but
If someone, and I know, and I was attacked for this, but someone said, why don't you like Josie? Like someone asked, why don't you like Josie? And I
because
said,
she's
I
not a
have
good
never,
person. Why would I like
I
her?
have
Why would
never,
we
from
like
the
her?
very beginning, from the very first time, and you know this,
Yeah.
from the very first episode, I have never liked her because I never believed the whole I'm so
Baby.
selfless, everyone cares, or I care about everyone too much crap that she tried to put up.
Yeah.
I've always seen through that.
I used to really, really like her. Like, I came here the first time because I was Josie Stan that you needed for the Twins episode. And then upon rewatching the show time and time again, every rewatch, you realize how shitty she is, or how flawed, maybe is a better word, she is, but she doesn't grow. And that's the difference between her and Lizzie, because Lizzie grows from her stuff. Even if she goes
And
back a
Lizzie
little
has
bit,
apologized over and over and over.
she
and over
apologizes
and
when
over
she doesn't even have to
Yeah,
apologize.
Lizzie apologizes for stuff that she don't even apologize for. I'm sorry that Lizzie can't read minds, or she's not a mind reader now.
Okay,
Like, come on.
Okay, speaking of that, Penelope gave Josie the fucking note. Josie chose not to read the note.
Oh yeah, for
Penelope
weeks.
brought it up like 4 fucking times about the note.
And
Oh,
then
yeah,
she
I
had
saw
the
that
audacity to
I
cry.
saw that tweet.
And yeah, she still refused to talk about the note, and then all of a sudden gets
As if-
fucking
as
pissed
if
off
this
at her
was just-
sister for not telling her that Penelope was leaving when it was in the fucking note to begin with.
Yeah.
I need to. Yikes!
But
How can you
also,
get
I hate-
mad at a letter you can possess?
And I hate the fact that they keep saying, or keep having Lizzie being like, I'm so selfish, I'm this, I'm that. Like, when Alaric was sick and dying, or not sick, when he was like in the coma thing, they made it seem like it was Lizzie's fault. She Josie wanted to stay behind.
Yeah.
And Lizzie gets blamed for shit that something that Lyric does. Lyric literally told Lizzie in 301 or whatever it was to basically diverge the attention from Josie, and Josie's gonna blame Lizzie, talking about something. You see what you did? You're making it worse like last time. And I'm just like, you're making things worse like before. And I'm just like, okay, but do you know why she did it? It's because your dad told her to basically distract everybody from you.
Yeah.
Like, why is Lizzie always getting blamed for shit when she had, like, it's not just her? Yeah, no.
I don't know. It's sad
because
she
they
thinks
use
that it was 4-4
they
when
use
she was at the
her,
lake.
They use her mental health as a reason to shit on her.
Yeah, and that's really not it. It really isn't.
Not never. It will just whatever.
And then Josie is never held accountable.
Yeah.
Landon, Hope, Lizzie, they're always held accountable. Always. Josie.
Landon's held accountable
Josie-
for having a fucking
Josie is never
window
held
in his
accountable.
bedroom.
And Kate, what? MG,
Right, I mean,
MG and Caleb are not held accountable.
Landon been dead for a whole like season, and they met over his fucking window, like he had it open, like with
Yeah.
confidence too. You need to worry about your earth.
Hope, Len, and Lizzie have grown so much, and Josie is basically stuck exactly where she was at the beginning, and MG and Caleb just went completely down.
But it's also how they write her audacity to, in 401, when they were doing the 25 questions or 5 questions of love or something with Finch and Lizzie, and she was like, oh, people grow, when Finch was saying that, people grow over and change and all that. And then Josie had the fucking audacity to say, oh, that's true. I was about to say the same thing. And Lizzie's reaction is so heartbreaking because she's always being blamed for her like condition, like her disorder. And then Josie is like, oh yeah, that's so true. Like, no, then why do you treat your sister like shit then? But anyway, they constantly write lines for Josie saying she's selfless, and yet there's nothing showing she is, which is true. Also, the weird ass lines they write in, for instance, but you've given up on hope like twice in 303. Like, how, when, why?
Who wrote that line? That was fucking
I don't know. That was a Thomas episode.
Okay.
So Thomas, why the fuck?
You know what I think is sometimes there are lines that are said in the show, like Cleo's "your obsession for Landon."
Oh yeah, that's
feels
crumbs
like they
for people.
take it right from Twitter just to please.
Because Cleo was here for 5 minutes, and Cleo was damn sure obsessed with trying to get Hope to become a tribrid. Stop this cat.
It's all consuming.
Like she was full on determined.
But also, wouldn't you do the same though if your significant other was in danger somewhere else where you have no idea where that is, and you know that they could possibly die?
And he's
wouldn't
literally
you do anything?
Alive. He's literally
in your
alive.
Power to
and
keep
they're
them
acting
safe.
Like, he's literally alive, and they're acting like he's fucking dead. Like, I don't understand. And then when he's dead, or when he's supposedly gone, that's when everybody want to be Dr. Savaho. Oh, we suddenly got power spells that we could think of.
Why is she obsessed with Landon, with trying to save him, but nobody said anything when she was trying to save the Saltzman?
Yeah.
In 213. It's just the same thing.
Wasn't they making fun? Wasn't they making fun of how he got left behind? Like, wasn't they making fun of that? Like, oh well, guess Landon wasn't chosen this time. Like,
yeah.
So it's
or the thing about we care about the super squad, no member left behind, except when it comes to Landon, right? Even though he's part of the super
MG, we're gonna eat that fucking line up because Caleb, promise you we never get up on Landon. In the same breath, he's the main piece that could save him. Go to hell. Go to hell. Really.
Then we have how Josie constantly says she takes care of Lizzie, but now seemingly and permanently has never once helped an ounce on screen. Yeah, we're supposed to take that at face value when we haven't really seen the content, so
no,
we have nothing to add to that. It's just how it is. Why did she leave the school, come back and leave again? I don't know. Josie's entire arc has been a mess, honestly.
It has.
I don't know what else to say because we already said enough. Like, the way that her character is written, to me, is almost like they were trying to go for like an anti-hero or like a very complex and morally gray character, and it didn't hit the mark. It really didn't. It's just...
You know what? It's like she goes to the school to take care of her mental health, quote unquote, and then Lizzie is supportive and sends her, like, packs her a little note to have a good day and stuff like that, helps her with her outfit. And then Josie uses that as an excuse.
As an excuse to go back. It's like almost as if she doesn't really want to do the thing, and then she needs an excuse to go back and go back to her codependence.
Didn't she come here to like do some food or something, help with Lizzie, to help with the kitchen cooking that they were doing? And and MG was like, well, I'm going to be helping Lizzie, so it's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She was just avoiding the Finch and stuff. But that's because she's scared, and I understand why she does it. I just don't necessarily agree with the way they go about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Lizzie does just Lizzie? That is just as
Lizzie,
powerful.
yeah, Lizzie's just as
Oh,
powerful.
that's just as powerful of magic as Hope and Josie without batting an eye. And it's just never brought up again, like her dark magic and the Oni sword.
Yeah,
True.
I feel like
she's not powerful.
maybe now we'll see it more because I feel like they've been underplaying her magic sometimes, and hopefully now we can really see that.
Oh, now we're about to see. Oh, we're about to.
Yeah,
see.
we're really about to eat. We're about to eat good. So.
What were you going to say, Robyn?
I was just saying that everyone always thinks that she's not powerful because
Lizzie
always kind of overshadowed her. But I think it was more Lizzie just didn't have faith in herself. But she always kind of let Josie overpower her because Lizzie had never felt like in her own mind. She always felt like she was out of control, and so I would imagine that kind of trickled into her magic, feeling like because she can't figure out her mind, she can't figure out her magic, but now she's more secure in like who she is and stuff like that, so she's more
confident.
Yeah.
How come Alaric was able to unplug Hope from the therapy box in 305, but they could do the same in 408 after Lizzie had left the box? Could or couldn't?
Couldn't, I think.
Okay.
I think they could have, they just didn't do it.
Well, they didn't do it for Lizzie because Lizzie wanted to be in there. But then why did they do it for Josie? Because didn't
they know?
Didn't MG say that Hope changed the rules on the box or something?
She did.
Yeah.
She changed the settings.
Yeah. So.
How does Lizzie know about Cupid? Did Hope tell her? Probably. They just never told us.
I mean, everyone knows fucking everything at that school.
Yeah, they knew when Hope and him had sex. I'm hoping Lynn had sex, and I'm just like, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by that?
And how did she know about the peanut butter blast? And here, I'd like to think that Hope and Lizzie are close enough to talk about that. So
right. I guess Lizzie and Hope talk about like what they love.
Stuff. Yeah.
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 Why did Lizzie need Ethan for invisibility when Cleo and Dee were burning the tree when she saw Finch being a werewolf while invisible? Yeah, that was interestingly weird because she
has a spell. She just has to type it and she can do her spell and she could be invisible. So why did she need Ethan? Maybe you know what? Maybe it was a security measure, because there was two. No, she didn't know about the tree, so that wouldn't be it.
Yeah, so I don't know why they did it.
Maybe she just wanted him to tag along so she wouldn't feel.
Or maybe to help her seem less suspicious of that she's doing something, because they've been kept questioning about where Lizzie's at, what Lizzie's doing. Yeah.
Or maybe she wanted someone who would.
Or she knew that MG would get some suspicion and try to figure out what she's doing. Maybe.
Yeah.
So.
Where are we?
I'm the last one, I think.
Lizzie and Josie promised to help Hope. Oh yeah, we already went over this one, I think. Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah. All right, so now we're in the general section.
Ooh.
Okay,
that's a lot. Oh my god, it's a lot.
We're like,
we're
like an hour and a half in already. Oh my god.
We're literally in.
But anyway, Maливore taking a strand of Hope and Gollum Landon's hair.
Literally.
What was that about? He only said that he was
explained.
testing to see if that was a real or a fake one, even though that was Maливore talking. So why the fuck did he take it?
Yeah, and Maливore,
why did he take Hope's?
Why exactly? Why?
And how did Hope never figure out that?
Gollum Landon, I can understand. Hope's though, I'm still waiting for that.
And Hope never come to here and said, "Why is half my hair like short?"
Right.
No.
Why would Maливore care about Gollum Landon?
Right. And why would he care about Hope? We over here clowns. Oh, maybe he's trying to come make a clone. No, this man was just
not a clone, but I'm still expecting like a Dawn situation.
Oh, don't you dare bring up that lady Dawn. That's different, kind of.
No, but like It doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck did he need? Like, we had so many theories about that hair for.
And none of them connected, yo.
No answers. No answers.
And
Just
we
more
never
questions.
got. Oh, you know, I had to test to see if. But why? Why the fuck did you have to test, Malivore? You knew that it wasn't you. You knew that it wasn't Landon.
Maybe he thought they were pretty and he wanted to have the pieces of hair.
Goodbye.
I don't know.
Insurance policy? I don't know.
Insurance for shut.
What if he got Landon's hair because maybe before, like,
What?
well, if you think about it, he got Landon and Hope's hair as he was the skull guy, right?
Yeah.
What if for some reason under the mask he didn't exactly look like Landon and he needed something else to make him look like Landon?
But if he's in Landon's body, why would he?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is you don't know what happened. We don't fucking know what happened in the prison world.
We don't know
answers.
nothing. Like we're
No
literally we're literally reaching for straws right now. Like I feel like when it comes to Landon, it's one of the most complicated things that we just can never figure out. And Malivore, I feel like is another thing is that they made it seem like he was so smart in strategy. Yeah, like we thought Malivore was really strategizing how to defeat Hope, and the only thing he was doing was
And then he wasn't.
converting humans and
Why the fuck did he send that human after her, knowing she would kill him, and then activate her vampire side when he needed time for the weapon to grow? Like, you would think that he'd want to fucking keep her alive.
Oh my god! And then he did things too fast. Let alone, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
And the tree conveniently grew that fast.
Grew that fast.
Because imagine if it would have been better if they had explained, like, oh, Malivore somehow tampered with the tree that made it grow that fast or something like that.
Yeah,
but and
that ties into okay, I just forgot my train of thought. With Caleb, why would Caleb really sit here and believe that Malivore would just give Cleo, who he's been wanting for a long ass time, to you? Because why would he would not want Hope near him. He would want Hope away from him. So why would you think that he would give up his most possession that he wants for Hope? Caleb, you might be just by far the most clownish dude that I've seen in a while for that. That's like, why would Malivore want Hope, Caleb?
She wanted her.
What would he want? What would Hope give him?
No, he wanted her dead.
Yeah, he wanted her dead, but why would he want her?
He wouldn't kill him. That's why when he knew that she was in transition, he said.
But the thing is, he didn't want to kill her yet because the tree didn't grow. So how long he wanted?
I think he found a loophole. The second that he learned, I don't know how, but he learned that she was in transition. If you don't drink blood in 24 hours, you die. So that was like, oh, I guess that's quicker than wait for the tree.
Yeah, but the thing is, did he know that Hope was in? Did Hope become a tribal though, or did just Caleb didn't know? No, matter of fact, he did. He did.
But he said
he told Malivore.
Yeah.
But Malivore,
but he never knew if Hope really went through it though. Like he was just like, oh, well, that's her plan. So let me just go check it out.
Yeah, that's why maybe Caleb was there. They should have had a scene where Caleb was like snooping, like trying to see if it was a decision or not. It would have been like better, and we would have understand. But I guess they went for like show don't tell, but
or for shock value that he would betray. But
yeah,
kind of been coming.
What did Cleo inspire Landon during 316?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, we thought we had it, but we didn't.
We thought it was the greatest.
Okay. Can we still canon that the inspiration did kind of get Landon because the greatest player of all? I mean, because both of them together was what?
What if it was more inspiration for Landon, or not even inspiration, but like you brought him in here or something like that?
Them both together is what actually can destroy him, because let's be honest.
You know what? I actually thought that it was more about Landon being the one that essentially pushed, because when he gave consent that Hope would kill him, that was basically Hope and Landon killing Malivore.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit canon at just Landon's. But
I always saw like whatever Cleo was doing was like basically giving Malivore a way of saying, or a way of seeing that it's like the greatest destroyer of all is love, and it ended up being that because even though Hope had to kill Landon, it was still like, it's like it wasn't because she didn't love him, it was because she loved him and everything.
Okay,
Like,
what if it was
But
like
also that killed each other because
what if
Hope turned humanity off.
what if it was like an Alice moment, Naj?
You mean like in Twilight?
Yes.
True.
What if it was like Alice
Oh,
showed
like
Aro?
in Breaking Down Part 2 when the
Yes.
fake visions and shit?
He showed
Yeah.
Alice showed Aro what would happen if he continued down the path, and so what if that moment, the Cleo moment, was her Alice moment, trying to show Malivore what would happen.
What would happen if he continued down this path? Okay, true. I mean, both ways can work fine with me. I'll eat a Twilight Parallel up like anything before. So yeah.
There is Twilight parallels in Legacies.
Oh
So,
yes,
yeah.
literally.
Methan?
I mean, Methan is literally Bellward, but
We might get another one next episode because I noticed the promo, but we'll see.
You're gonna have to tell me that when we're done this.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
How was Malivore able to take over Landon, and when did it occur? And then what Malivore was putting Landon through while possessing him? Sima with Summer, Cleo. Yeah, we don't really know about that, and we were robbed.
Malivore shoved Landon in a closet for God knows. At first, he was like wandering around, and then he was just in a closet.
Like
is
Landon
or 02?
Yeah.
I don't think that was Landon at all.
No.
No, the one that was talking to Caleb and Alert though. The one that came
Oh.
defended.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like so was Landon just able to in and out go? Is that or Alert? I mean, or do Malivore let Landon roam and then
I feel like
back?
Landon was just walking around, and then he would go to the lights, and then he would be trapped in certain situations. Like
You know
he
what
was
I
with
wonder?
Alaric and Caleb in the closet and stuff.
Was Landon ever really in? No, it had to have been the prison world because he left that note. But it made me think, because if Malivore did trick Cleo into seeing Jed and jumping through that thing and going into the forest and stuff,
Yeah,
did he also trick Landon into thinking
definitely.
he went into
I
the
think
prison
so.
world?
No,
But Lizzie and Hope saw that note. So like the monster, that monster that Malivore said he was trapped in the school and he relived that.
I know where you're going.
Over and over again. Did Malivore actually do that to Landon?
I think that since Malivore can make people believe stuff within their own dimension, I think it's a little bit different because the prison world is not the same as being in Malivore.
Yeah, Malivore.
However, I do think that Landon was hiding in the school or somewhere else, and then he either sent a monster to make him think that it was Hope, or he did that himself. So he would come out, and then he snatched him because he thought he was being rescued, and that's how he got possessed in the prison world.
Because like Malivore, if he possessed him right away, he'd have no need to create the skull.
It wasn't right away. I don't think so.
Exactly.
I think that he let him fight and get a little bit stronger and see what he was doing, and then he did it because he likes to fuck with people mentally, and we saw that in 401 when he was torturing Hope.
He wanted Landon.
I'm torturing you already.
He had a choice,
and Cleo as well.
Yeah. The timing of everything, like what year it is, how much time does each season take, when do they graduate? Yeah, well, the time.
Yeah, I mean, the timeline is wrong. Like they messed up the timeline. There's somehow within the 5-month random time jump for the merge and the 3 weeks and stuff like that, we're still 2 years ahead.
The only way
behind on the website.
The only way we have to confirm which season it is for during the twins' birthday. Twins' birthday or Hope's.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Like we know that since the twins are 17, that Hope is 19, but the TVD Universe website says that we're still in 2 years back, which means that it's impossible.
Oh yeah, no, they messed up the timeline during the TVD time jump, and then the originals they kind of
they messed it up. So yeah.
Hope stabbing Caleb in the heart with what looks like to be a stick of wood in 404, which is literally how you kill a vampire and a dragon, but Caleb is somehow alive and still part dragon. Yeah, I think
but how
was he stabbed in the heart? Because I know that a dragon can die a soft spot, and that was the throat. But I don't know.
How did he even keep his powers though? Like fuck.
How? Yeah. How? I didn't later on down the line. But how? Yeah, it's right here. How was him and Ethan able to keep their Malware powers, but all the humans were not? How does that make sense?
Ethan is supposed to be a human.
Yeah.
Like yeah. So how is that possible? Honestly.
Well, yeah.
It's weird because Malivore died, and you would assume that everything else did too, because he was the magic source in a way. So then everything else that has a little bit of Malivore inside of them should have died.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the link
of
the source of Malivore.
How is Caleb still part dragon? How is Ethan still part invisible?
An invisible man, which I don't know what supernatural that could be.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. And the only thing that I can think of is that they needed to show that Malivore is able to alter DNA.
Yeah. So he better have altered Landon's. That's all I want.
It makes him so much more fucking powerful than we ever originally thought. Like, the fact that he was able to do all these things, and they made him seem so
that
weak.
It took so long for them to give him a body, and we barely even saw. I mean, we did see him for like 4 episodes. I guess more if you consider from 208 on. But we didn't really have like any exposure of Malivore's thinking. Like, why did he want to do everything he did? Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know. I don't want to say a wasted opportunity, but it kind of feels like it, because it was a little bit anticlimactic, even though we knew that Hope was going to kill him anyway.
Yeah, and especially with paralleling it to season 3, when her main thing was trying to find anything to say Landon, to just be like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he said that he wanted to create a better species. Like, that's what he told Cleo or whatever.
Yeah, and we thought that the 316 vision thing was leading to that, like a better species, that fucking word, Hope and Landon, like creating a new hybrid creature with their DNA that's all powerful, but then it never happened. So we fooled ourselves, and that's on us.
Over and over, but once again, we thought that we were going to get something.
But we have been right before, a ton. So
yes, that's true.
Why did the leprechaun die and it was green but no mud, and Golem, and it's Golem Landon, it was just mud? Cleo made both, however, that's not the proper conjunction, but both were made of mud, and Cleo and her magic. The leprechaun exploded green, and that was just like a red herring, I guess, for us to think that the monster was a real monster, even though it was mud.
It was made out of mud.
Yeah, but they should have said that after, like, oh, I did a spell, so it looked like blood, but it actually was mud all along. But they never did, so they create their own plot holes, and they should have explained that.
Yeah, because it's like they create these plot holes so we can kind of not figure out that it, like, things make sense and connect, and then they save it until last minute. We're like, oh well, see, if you think about this, like, no, it's still
but they could still have that, and at the end explain the plot holes that they made. Like Cleo, it would have taken her like what, 20 seconds to say, oh, and I also did a spell, so you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah,
or like he wasn't really noticing my hints, and then maybe show like a flashback to when she was doing like the vision or her spells. It's like it makes no sense. Cause they did a whole flashback of the whole episode after we found out that she was trying to kill Hope.
No, it's weird how, because we've seen the board when it got leaked that Haley was dying. What do we need to show the audience, or what do we owe the audience, or something like that? And they have explanations and stuff that ties in with the episodes prior. So why they don't think of these stuff? Maybe it's just too small of a detail that only we see it, and it just goes over their head, or they just don't prioritize it because they have very little time to make an episode, I guess, to run or to air the episodes. But anyway, Then it says the whole vessel for 313 just showed up. That also didn't make any fucking sense. Because how was that thing alive? I don't know.
Who knows? And well, we know that was Malivore now. So like that's the reason why that particular monster
Unless since Malivore can control the monsters, maybe it was just like an automaton, like a automatically moving or something. The stone guy, the Vitruvian man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird. Why no Hope or Landon birthday or confirmation? I don't know, man.
Only thing we know is that Landon is literally 2 years older than Hope, or 1 to 2 years older than Hope. We don't even.
Robyn.
Yeah.
What was the date? November 18th.
Yes. November. Yeah. It was like November. Yeah, November 18th.
November 18th. We kind of try to work out a timeline.
We're headcanoning Landon. Being born November 18th. Yeah.
Just because it makes sense with the 9 months and the time to be like the loophole of a loophole. It just makes sense. With Sayla being pregnant and all that. So but we'll see. Why did the dragon lady bled in 102 and Ted and it was never explained if they're I don't know. Oh yeah, we talked about this in the chat, but it was like they're normal. They were absorbed.
Yeah.
They were made of mud. But still. About the golden arrow.
Yeah.
We don't really know anything about it.
We don't. Do we know where is that? Do we know where it was at?
No. Because I think it disappeared. I think. I can't remember. Did it?
Did they pull out? They obviously had to pull out a Landon because they put Landon back on the bed in his room. So like, or did it just magically dissolve? Because that's what it was like a one.
It might have dissolved. I can't remember, but probably we're gonna have to check out this one. It just makes sense though if you use it once, and then that's it. Why is Dorian still here? Fist pieces. Yeah, that was me. Like, why is Dorian still staying at the school and doing favors for Alaric if he's so mad and he's so traumatized by Reaper Stefan and then getting triggered by Reaper MG? Like, man, just leave and tell Alaric to fuck off and then get better.
Like Dorian is not held at gunpoint to stay at the school, and then Emma's making it seem like we're holding on to him and not letting him go. Go. Emma. Oh, I'm surprised nobody mentioned Emma on here in that random ass prison world and her and the kids. But
yeah, how could she sit there and fucking like
the whole therapist
when she literally helped send kids to a fucking prison world because they made a mistake, and yet she was about protecting
and some of these that specifically the flashbacks we were getting when Alaric was dying because he's still here. Like, how is Emma gonna be a big old let's give Hope a chance and let's watch it closely to then saying fuck the kids, send them to Kai's killing den, like girl, go lay, to then being a bitch about Dorian, a grown ass man, not being able to defend himself.
Yeah, like you're a therapist and you should know this. Yeah, you're not his mother.
Right, and she hasn't been therapist and shit because she over here erasing people's memory.
Oh yeah,
not letting them handle their trauma. So she need to take that degree and leave.
This therapy box is a great idea. The kids come out even more traumatized than before.
Right, the therapy box. People out here getting killed 18 times. I just cannot.
How to do lazy therapy. I know, a therapy box.
A therapy box because and with a random
it's called a therapy box.
Because it doesn't fucking help
doesn't mean it's real.
And the fact that they put Dark Josie, like Josie who's like has dark magic in her, in there. Well, they put Josie in there knowing that, like, come on. They set themselves up.
Yeah,
flop Emma era.
How is the therapy box supposed to help when it's only your mind?
Also, yeah, that was a stupid ass idea. Like, why would you have a group therapy session if not everyone has the same fucking trauma and issues? that would have worked if they were alcoholics or something like that.
And let alone if we're talking about trauma, why was Landon not there? But Jade was.
Yeah.
Yeah. like
And if you want to include Jade, where was Wendy?
Yeah, where the fuck did Wendy go?
Where did Wendy go? Wendy left the school too. Like she was just like, oh, Jade dipped. Yeet. Like where was the other?
Where's Gabby?
Where the fuck is Wendy?
Why did you bring her here for a Penelope mention and then just dropped her off like a weasel?
Yeah, I thought I was getting my Latina like rep and crumbs, but no.
No.
I thought
It's just like, this is my buddy Gabby. We play D&D, and then she just
she dips.
Yeah,
She's only there to play D&D.
She was there to give us poetry crumbles, and then we don't even see D&D. They made D&D so big about Landon being a determining factor for Landon. We don't even see them play D&D no more. Like
Dave name dropped her before. Like after that, I mean,
please stop.
maybe she's just not as relevant, but I would have liked to see it. Why the hypocrisy with Hope wanting to save Landon, yet Caleb betrays them all for a damn crash because it was in the name of love bullshit. And then
here we go.
The way that everyone
all right.
Okay, Naj.
Clear the room. I want to say this right now, a lyric. You better not come back on Living Earth's ground, because you basically loves to throw Klaus in Hope's face all the fucking time when your kid literally kills someone and you said, yo, let me send my other daughter for damage control while I do nothing. You damn sure couldn't save Hope or Landon. You can't even protect the kids at school. These kids been dropping like flies for a whole season. You can't even afford the school. Dude. And then you sit here, oh, we're not gonna let Hope help with this because she worried about Landon. Oh, I'm gonna go to the bank and while I let the kids handle this shit, to then bash her about this. And then you tell Caleb, oh, I know you was about to send Hope on her deathbed. And I know you was worrying about some girl you met for 18 days, and half of them days she was in the fucking Malivore, and she also was playing you because you weren't even acting like her true self, but you did it in the name of love. You don't even know her favorite color. I bet you I don't even know about Leonardo da Vinci, because she was just talking about him to Landon. She was talking about you. And then she comes back and is like, I want to give you a chance. My ass! Dude, you took Hope to Malivore, and then they let you slide? But every fucking episode afterwards, oh, well, Hope doesn't stick to the plan. How many plans did she do to save your asses? Aren't y'all werewolves and witches? Put some fucking spells up. Y'all haven't done shit. And Lyric is the most like not there person there is. He's supposed to be Hope's father figure, but he's out here letting Hope fucking get took. And then you sit here and tell Caleb it was okay? And the only person holding a candle was fucking MG? Nah. And then you over tell me, I wish I was a better dad. No, fuck you, dude. You told Hope to sit here and let your kids bully her down, make her seem like an isolated person while you were just chilling around, can't even afford the fucking school to protect your own kids. What? And then your ass die, and you still selflessly try to scavenge coins. Like, what the fuck? Did you beat up? Oh my God, he gave my blood pressure. I'm like, Caleb? Oh, Caleb, please. Your ass was coming at Hope all the time. Oh, but now you got feelings. Oh, when I let people close to me. Oh, dude, you really fucking played yourself. Get out of here. I don't want him to, I don't care. You can do whatever redemption arc you want, but he better not be near Hope at all. Oh, well, Landon, and then lies to Hope about that. So you and Alert are besties for life, y'all lying asses. And when Landon and Hope come back, y'all better not say, I swear to God, if they put their hands on them and hug them, you will see me become fucking Satan when I light up and ablaze to the set. I'm done.
Okay, but get this, right?
I loved it. Oh my God.
Caleb will never get praise from me, no. MG, you third on the list, but you will never see, I don't care if Caleb go ahead and save the fucking moon from being blasted by a meteor. I will not praise this man for putting Hope at risk for a girl who stabbed Hope and he fucking lifted her story before this to the fuck the Hope. He's not Cleo giving her a whole fucking autobiography. Oh, well, we should listen to why Cleo tried to force Hope to become a fucking typer, but then realize she couldn't handle Hope, to then bitch about it. Why the fuck did he even come and try to save Hope? You thought Hope's gonna be like, oh, well, Caleb, even if you gave me to fucking Malivore, I'm gonna listen to you talk.
Okay, get this. Okay.
Okay.
So when they were trying to figure out a way to stop Hope, right?
Right.
It was Cleo controlling the box. So it was Cleo's mind controlling the scenario.
Mhm.
What did Hope call Caleb in the scenario?
Traitor.
A traitor. So where did that come from?
Cleo.
From Cleo.
And she
It's
don't even
weird
trust
because-
her own man.
Yeah, I got the impression that she wasn't really that much into him, that she was just like, oh, he has a crush on me. I guess I'll give him a chance because
And
he's
then
really
they
nice."
gave him the Handon boyfriend stuff.
Boyfriend thing. Yeah, you know what? Handon has been the blueprint of this show, and I don't really care anymore. Like, I'm past that. But like, why it's so rushed, and we're supposed to be okay with that. But then when Hope and Landon have like a established and loving relationship, it's an issue. So
And then they get shit.
Oh, you know what's funny
She
is
didn't trust him.
I got attacked because I said Fincy reminded me of season 1 Handon, right?
got attacked, bestie. You know they're obsessed with you. So like, what's new here?
Listen,
Me too.
listen, I know. But it's because the writers want to have a relationship on a show, but they have to base it off their only successful relationship, which is Hope and Landon.
Mm-hmm. People hate to see it, but
I
it's
just,
true.
I just don't understand though. Like, it took him about to leave to say you want a boyfriend thing when you just told somebody else that you weren't putting a boyfriend label on it. But then in the same 2 episodes before, you were talking about your greatest love, Leonardo. So what is it, miss? Like, what?
Just like,
And you didn't trust him. You didn't trust him to even tell about the tree.
but it's
You
the
told
fact,
him G.
yeah, exactly. But it's
Who
the fact
snapped
that
his
people
neck?
are fucking eating it up, and yet they're getting the Handon blueprint, and yet they're so rushed, and they're so like, and Caleb, like you said, 18 fucking days. He betrayed
18 days.
everyone in
I
that school for
counted.
18 fucking days for a girl he barely knew.
And she
And
was
yet
gone for like
people-
2 of them.
People are okay with that. No, not one person besides Handons are upset with Caleb.
That's a
You're,
quick obsession. That's a quick obsession.
You're counting the days that Caleb whatever, and I'm counting the minutes that Hope was in 407. Anyways,
Because it was a whole centric episode.
it's a whole
Remember it.
episode.
It wasn't.
Remember it.
He was in there
Remember
for
it.
Seven
12 minutes.
of our girl. Was it 12? Okay, 12 whole minutes of our girl. And it
Matter
was
of fact, I got the
Okay.
scene packs on lock. It was, oh shit, somebody even made a 1 minute scene pack of 407. Oh, we could get lower than that?
no fucking way. It was not a Hope-centric episode.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm getting a fucking
They
headache.
did Hope so dirty in that episode.
There is no way possible. 406
We
and
need to
407
get
could
an
literally have been
emotional
dropped.
connection. No, fuck. We need to get an emotional connection to get through to Hope. Okay?
And did nothing. Cleo only the one that Cleo been here for 1 minute.
Their point went straight over their heads.
They found
They
out.
ran a rocket around their head. A rocket.
MG, Lizzie, and Josie knew that Hope had killed Landon because she said the minute that sword went through Landon when they were in Alaric's fucking head. And then even Dark Josie said when you had to kill Landon, and that didn't fucking click, a puzzle piece in their head going, oh, maybe she turned off humanity because, I don't know, she fucking killed her boyfriend. Should we go look for his body? Alaric got a whole
Should
fucking
we? They said
funeral,
nah.
and no one has bothered looking for Landon. They're supposed to care about
They
Landon.
didn't even hold a
fucking
funeral for Landon.
They did not.
Cleo was like, I miss Landon, you bitch, because where the fuck is he? Have you even considered where he is? You're the one preventing him from coming out of Malivore in the first fucking place. This could have been prevented.
Yeah. If it hadn't been for like MG, they would have gotten him like 2 weeks in, less than 2 weeks in.
Yeah.
Out of the prison world.
The entire Malivore situation is on MG.
But I love that Hope did call them out though.
And yeah, and she should keep fucking calling them out. I hope she keeps calling them out. Also, not to mention that She literally left the school. She said, "I don't want anyone to follow me."
Oh,
Left the school.
I don't belong at the school without you. And then she said, right, bet, same.
Right.
And then she left.
She fucking
As she
left the
should.
school. She's like, I don't, well, because she doesn't feel like she belongs at the school without Lennon. But like, she left the school. She was doing her own fucking thing, and they felt like they needed to inject themselves into her fucking life and go and quote unquote save her.
And she's not murdering people, and she's not murdering people. So why is it a problem when y'all can't know about her whereabouts? There's no monsters coming to the school.
She was setting those boundaries, and they just didn't
and they
care.
went over it.
Now,
as they do, because they never care about anything Hope
Lizzie
does and
was not
says.
a part of that because Lizzie was focused on her.
Oh yeah.
Lizzie was focused on her dad, so she's not a part of that. But the only reason
But the rest of them,
to school,
fuck them.
yeah, the only
Don't
reason
even get me
Josie
started
wanted
on
to go back
Josie.
was because of Alaric. Was because she wanted Hope to take over this whole, like, Josie did not want to take care of her sister or her father and have to run the school. She wanted Hope back for that reason so she could fuck off.
Yeah, and she did. So,
Exactly.
lol. Good luck.
Anyways,
See ya, probably never, but we'll probably see her again, maybe. I don't know. I don't care. Black magic. So, it only hurts the twins then? I think this was blah, 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 blah. This was my question because Freya and Hope can do black magic and have done it before, nothing has ever happened, but also Cleo. And Cleo has said that there's no
bit of blood.
good or bad magic, it's just magic. So I was like, maybe this is all in their heads. Like, they psych themselves out of doing black magic. Or it affects them because they're Siphoners and Gemini twins. I don't know. But they haven't said anything, so we need answers.
Who knows? I mean, Hope, it makes sense why Hope would be able to handle black magic, and same with Freya, because, you know, Michaelson's.
Oh yeah. Queens. But then Cleo, she has balance of nature and all of that.
Yeah, and she said there's no such thing as bad magic. So
Okay, wait.
What?
Why did the sword burn Josie, but it didn't burn Lizzie?
That's what I mean. It's so weird how it hurts. It's kind of like the twin pain situation. We only ever saw Josie feeling when Lizzie was like scratched by the gargoyle in 104, and then we never saw it again until the episode she left. She was like, oh, I don't feel you, or I couldn't feel you, or something. Like, what? But then every other time we've seen Lizzie getting the consequences for Josie's actions of doing black magic. So it's very weird how only one of them gets
because
affected.
Lizzie never did magic. She never really did magic like that.
True.
Because that's what I've always noticed about the twins is that, you know, from the beginning I always thought if they were to merge, it would be Josie that would win because Josie's the one that does magic. But if you really think about it, it's the opposite. Because Josie will go in, yeah, she'll be prepared and everything like that. But I also think that in situations like that, the stronger one will come out in a way, if that makes any sense. Like, it's like the magic that happens in the moment is different than being prepared.
Yeah.
And that's what I always feel like with Josie is with the dark magic is, yeah, she has this darkness in her, but that kind of makes her weak in a way. Because she never really liked her dark side until, you know, Finch came along and was like, you know, love your dark side for who you are, or whatever, your dark side is a part of you. If this does not make any sense, I'm half asleep right now.
No, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's like your fatal flaw, something that you want to do but you can't because, yeah, I got it.
I'm also playing fetch with my dog, and so he's like panting. I don't know if you guys can.
The way they stopped doing the sports to seem human. They stopped doing the sports.
They stopped doing
they you know how they always used to do sports and like they were prepared like
the games.
Yeah, the games. Like, why they didn't do it in season 3 when they had enough kids to do it? Like, they just stopped doing it.
I feel like it's because it hasn't been that season to do it again. Because when the show started, it was a certain month, and then season 2, a whole year had happened, right? We don't really know because the timeline is fucked. But
timeline, yeah.
But maybe they won't anymore because of COVID, and they have the excuse that they don't have enough students, so there are only like 30 people there. Not even 30 because Josie left, MG left, and then came back.
So what happened to the whole
But
needing
Finch is
certain
here.
kids?
I guess it works out because Finch is here, and then Ethan
and
is
Ben
here.
Comes. Yeah, and Ben comes too.
Oh yeah, Ben. Why Malivore intimidated, hoping to transition in if he needed time. I think that we already talked about
We
this.
talked about that one, yeah.
Yes. Why does Finch have to become the alpha if Jed has werewolf healing abilities? And after Josie gave him a healing potion, she did? I don't remember that.
Healing potion?
Yeah, remember because she had to get the herbs from the garden, and in order to do a healing potion up, and MG had said something about Josie's doing the healing potion or whatever for Jed.
Well,
I think that the point is the writers say basically just trying to say that Finch is staying and Josie isn't. Which hey. But I'm really excited for the fact that Finch is still here. I fell in love with Finch's character, and I'm just excited to see.
You know what I want? Maya.
Yes.
Bianca
went live today. Bianca went live today. I don't know if you know this, Pia. She went live and she talked about Maya and Hope. She said that she knows that people love Maya and Hope, and that she's willing to come back for any type of relationship that the writers want to put Maya in.
Then let's do exes to lovers then.
But
they right there.
They already established Maya and Finch.
The girlfriend.
They established Maya and Finch though, and it feels like that wasn't for nothing.
Oh my god! Don't.
Could you imagine that though?
Don't tease me.
Okay, but true.
Faya, the name would be so.
Yeah, because Ethan is now at the school now.
Yeah,
she's gonna probably try to visit him at Sourdough School and see Finch.
I can't remember the group chat that I was saying this, but it's the perfect excuse to bring her back now because, well, she could visit her brother, and then she would see her ex and be like, oh, why did you move schools? Like, why did you transfer? And then she would be interested in the, like, what are you doing? What are you up to? And trying to see if he's into shady shit because he's a supernatural trying to hide. So we could see, like, a human be interested in the supernatural again, but without actually becoming one.
Because Ethan is close to his sister, so he would talk to her still. So she must know that he's at the Salvatore School now, and probably knows that he is actually cool with Finch now too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I would love to see that, honestly.
And maybe since he's coming to the con, we'll probably.
Can you imagine if that happens and Finch sees her after what happened?
Oh my god, we could get like the angst. Imagine, because maybe Finch is still a little bit hurt that Josie left, and still like kind of hopeful that she would come back.
Yeah, and they also established Maya having a crush on Josie.
Oh shit! Right. Oh, well, at least they have the same taste. But the same taste in women. Anyway, the last one. What as the point of what? What was the point? What was the point of in 311 and the flashbacks about the artifact being unable to be destroyed, only for it to break easily in 313?
Because Cleo was in it, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was the Cleo factor. That it was supposed to be like a little safe for Cleo, and then once she was out, it was just a vase. There was no magic protecting it or something.
Oh, so so do we want to do the how is Alyssa still alive?
How is Alyssa still alive? I think it was because she was the only one who got out of the deal. Weren't they besties?
Oh yeah.
And the deal was that they would all, I mean, the magic would be out, right? Wait, how is she still alive?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how is she? She was in the list, and Alert didn't fulfill the list of with the dark magic. So should she be dead?
She should be, unless she made a deal with Ted that somehow got her out of it, because Raph got sick and got sent to the prison world. Chad died. Landon got out of it because he wasn't willing to come back, and he was like, it was a different thing because of the arrow. And then Alyssa, damn, yeah, she should have been a zombie.
The other thing, theoretically, they linked everything associated with the pit and Malivore to the prison world. So why did NMG not go to the prison world?
True.
Because MG and Alyssa's blood were both linked to the pit. So why the fuck did they not go to the prison world? But Hope did, who wasn't linked to it.
I think the only reason Hope went to the prison world is because she was on school grounds.
Yeah.
And everyone got sent there. And the reason I think that Alaric and the sheriff weren't there is because they weren't at where the sacred thingy had been done, because it was just the field.
Because he consecrated that classroom.
And that classroom.
But again, I ask, why did Alyssa and MG not go when they were linked to the pit as well?
But weren't they unlinked during the same episode, so they could keep the monster there?
Because MG's he was linked to it, and he was like, quote unquote, dying until after they did the spell, and then he was all like, "Oh, I'm fine again." They didn't, but she didn't even. She just needed his blood. Why did she have to link him for power?
She linked him to the Ascendant, or not?
She linked him to the pit. She used his supernatural power in order to raise the monsters through the other pit at the school.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he was being drained of all of his power.
Yeah, and then
a new monster was risen.
He was saved.
And then he was saved, but he was linked to the pit. So everything linked to the pit should have gone into the prison world.
You know, I rewatched 304 an embarrassingly amount of times, and I still couldn't tell you what exactly was said during that scene because of Handon brain rot. But I think we're gonna have to rewatch that again, because
we're going to.
I have to do a season 3 rewatch because we're doing Stump the Handon weekly.
Yeah.
Oh, I just finished season 3. Well, technically haven't yet because I'm in like 302. 402, but that was 18.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so that was our season 3 to 4, aka also some season 1 and season 2 plot.
And a rant in the middle of it.
Yeah, rants, anti-Lyric, anti-Caleb, anti.
Oh, my Landon letter's getting a preview right now.
And pretty much all your Handon merch in the back. You're very much on
brand. It is almost falling asleep.
Yeah, it's sleeping cameo.
Guys,
Riker trying to keep her awake. And then rest in peace to my vocal cords.
Oh, we talked a lot.
But mostly me yelling at anything that did that was anti.
But you know what? You were right. You were speaking facts. So
I was, I held it in for a while. So at the end of the day, I don't care about Ted. I don't care about Lyric or Caleb. And I said what I said. I don't give a fuck. So
that is my bestie. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'll stick beside everybody. I'll stick beside Landon, Hope, and Lizzie to the death of me. And if we get Maya, give her.
Oh my God! Please bring her back.
Please
give me access to lovers. I won't complain about anything ever again.
And then if Josie does come back, a triangle.
We'll see.
That.
Anyway.
So we asked you guys to send us questions and answers to the Handon Weekly page on Twitter. There's a document where you can submit your question, please, and include your answer, and maybe the episode will be feeling spicy. So we can do the Stump the Handon Weekly. It is from the 301 to 404 questions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Even
Yeah,
though
so
technically 301 and 304 are season 2.
yeah, so but that's where Handon is at its highest peak, and therefore Handon Weekly without the Handon would not make sense. So, and plus after our robbery with the 401 to 404, we need some leverage and balance. So yes, please send your questions. Anything you want, please do not put confessions, do not put character arcs, put a scene, for example. Maybe somebody already took this question, I don't know. But if you say, for example, your first question is, what episode did Hope become before Tribert, or my favorite one, when did Caleb bring Hope to Malivore for $3.99? Yeah, make sure you list the episode after that, and yeah, thank you.
Song ones.
No timestamps. Yeah, it is one song ones. Vic will kill at the song ones though.
Yeah, she gonna eat down, and I'm gonna eat up. So I'm not getting it. Maybe I'll I only got the handy ones I'll probably get, but like if they're asking me what scene played during portrayals, or I'm just not gonna know. I'm like,
I'm set with season 4, I think. But
yes.
season
well, I gotta 4, yeah, 4. I mean, I'll probably just rewatch for fun.
Dude,
but,
why are you? He's breathing so hard.
Watching 401 is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it is. Anyone before.
And then 402.
And then 402, yeah.
You want to give me a hug?
So.
And
but we do have some really fun episodes planned.
Yes, for a hiatus.
We got you. A longer hiatus.
We got you guys.
You can see them, so you can see how excited they are.
Yeah, Pia, what do you think of the episodes planned?
I think that people don't know what's coming, and they're going to be very excited about it because I know I am. So, am I being biased? Probably, but shh. It's fine.
But, yes, I mean, we're gonna be feeding you guys through the hiatus. We got y'all. You know, the Handy Weekly always comes with content, regardless if it's fan fictions, which we all been posting fan fictions as well. And we got edits and stuff on our social medias, and we're also becoming more active on our Handy Weekly Instagram, so you can get to know us as well. But anyways, that was our episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Handy Weekly content. Our social medias will be linked, so you can check out our Twitter, Instagram, platforms. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and thank you for having me. Even though you won't be seeing my face this time, but it was fun.
It was fun.
Dreaming about the show again.
It's always fun with you.
It's always fun. It's always fun. And
we miss you, Vit.
Yes, and
Vit.
We hope you feel better.
Drink water.
I yelled and did all I did for me and Vit both. Like I said, at the end of the day, she was here with us in spirit. So
always
and forever. When we get the Handon one,
oh my god,
when we get a Handon one forever.
I felt that in my chest. I felt it.
Yeah, damn. It's I don't know if I'm in pain or if I'm close to sleep, but but yes, guys. Until next time. Bye.
Bye bye.